Thank you.
The niggas talking trash already. That's the crazy part.
Yeah, you know.
Hey guys, this is Jason Douglas.
This is Adam MacArthur, voice of Yuji Itadori.
Y'all, if
This
y'all
is
didn't
Derek
get this
Snow,
cover,
the
I'll
voice
leave
of
them
Shinra Kusakabe.
Oh,
This
you
is
already
Phil
know.
Parsons,
The
voice of
talent.
Kenny the Ripper Ackerman.
It's Merc Nguyen. You're watching Voice of the Heroes.
Yes.
Take it away, Flea Boy.
It should be. There's a variant, there's a version variant of that same one of the traits
Razor presents
You're muted, Flea.
Mic check 1 2 1 2. Mic check 1 2 1 2. Talk for me, Galactus Blue Jack, real quick.
Hey, yo, we good.
All right, we good. Okay, volumes and everything is good. Sorry, y'all, because normally I go live on Twitch, so I gotta switch the audios and the keys and things like that, man. But how's everybody doing, man? You already know what it is and who it is, and if you don't, it's your three favorite unks back again with another episode of Voice of the Heroes UNCaped. And today we got a jam-packed episode for y'all. I mean, we got so much to talk about. Spider-Man Brand New Day is right around the corner, and they just keep releasing promo footage, letting us know it. We also got Avengers Doomsday official concept art. This ain't no AI. This is the official stuff, man. It's finally rolling out. San Diego Comic-Con will probably get a trailer, but we'll talk about that as well. X-Men 97, The Rise of Apocalypse. Part 2 has officially ended, so that arc is pretty much done for. We're going to break that down as well. And Absolute Heat was popping off all week with Batman and Catwoman in Batman issue 22 and Catwoman issue 2. We'll talk about that as well, as long with a whole bunch of indie titles that came out. We got new number ones from, bro, you can't go wrong when you got vampires and pirates. You can't go wrong. And when you got other vampires beating up Nazis, it's going down. We got a jam-packed episode for y'all, so make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Without further ado, let's get to our favorite unks. Blue Jack, what's good, my brother? How you doing? How was your weekend?
Hey, brother. We here, man. Having a great weekend. It's nice outside. Had some good time with the family. Like I always say, I'm never going to change. We here with the guys. It's time to lock in. Let's get it.
Galactus, what's good with you, gang? How you doing, man? How you feeling?
Everything is well, man. It's all fun and games, man. I'm here to have a good time. I did some yard work this week, so I'm super happy about how it all turned out. I'm big in the yard, so you know what I'm saying? That's pretty much what I do. But y'all, I'm ready to talk comic books. Let's go.
Yeah, I do appreciate everybody for tapping in, man. We're still trying to get our stuff situated. We got a special guest that should be joining us soon, or that should be here. If not, then you already know your three favorite unks is gonna take care of business, man. Y'all already know how we give it up. But I do appreciate y'all for showing up, man. Shout out to everybody in the chat and hit that like button. Huh?
You already know how we what?
How we give it up. Pause.
How we what?
Come on, bro.
He just said it again. How we what?
Bro, come on, bro.
Hey,
what's going on with this guy?
What are we doing?
Man?
Pride Month is over. Like, what are we doing? Bro was in July saying some nuts. Bro said how we give it up.
What? Come on, bro. And then you turn around and say some wild shit. Come on, gang. What you got going on? But yo, heroes, man, we're gonna get started. We're gonna get started with Marvel because that's the most news that I'm looking at right now. That's what I was actually checking, how we gonna basically go through this show. So we might as well get started with that because the DC stuff is pretty, like, I don't even want to say that word. I was about to say lengthy, but that's kind of crazy as well. All right, but let's start off with Avengers Doomsday concept art. Has officially been shown. Kevin Feige seemed pretty hyped about it. But I'm not going to lie, a lot of fans got a lot of mixed emotions about it. They feel like because I don't know if people know this, but they fired about half their staff when it comes to marketing, art, and things like that. And people feel like this is a huge step down from a lot of the official concept art that we got in the past. They feel like they just threw characters up there and just slapped some shit together, and it looks more AI than anything. And a lot of people really don't like the designs of some of the characters, which I can't be mad at because there's a few that I have issues with, especially Nightcrawler. Like, come on, gang.
Yeah, that's
like
jeez.
they got Nightcrawler looking wicked. But Heroes, Galactus, did you get a chance to see the concept art?
Yeah, put it in the chat.
Oh yeah. Blue put it in the chat.
Well, how did you feel about it? What did you like and what did you dislike about it?
I gotta be honest. I like the way Cyclops looked. I love it. Looks like the best version of the outfit or uniforms that I love. So I mean that's my favorite one. I like the way Apocalypse looks. I mean, a Doom looked in there. I like the way Doom looked. I like the mask. Overall, this is for me personally. It's a concept. I think what they're doing is generated to actually see the interest. What people think. See the direction that they may want to go, don't want to go, whatever it is. I think for me personally, I think it's a way for them to actually gain the audience's like approval, in certain ways. But overall, I'm not mad at none of the stuff in there. You know what I'm saying? I'm curious to see exactly the direction that they do go. I like the Fantastic Four's uniforms. I mean, I kind of like them. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I
Like
did too. Blue ain't
it
like them,
was
but I kind of like them.
they
Oh,
it looked kind of like, I don't know. It just to me it kind of still it bridges the modern with the retro. It's a good bridge between the both. So that's one of the reasons why I kind of liked it. But overall, I mean, the concepts are there. I like it. We'll see what happens next.
Blue, now I know you had Blue put it in the chat with such disappointment. He even tried to low key mock us. You see what he did when he put it in
Yeah,
the chat?
yeah,
Like
he did. He did.
A concept art. like you could tell you take a shot at the Marvel brand, but go ahead, Blue, talk about it. How you felt?
Hey, real talk. I will say this. I don't think the quality dropped. I think people are saying that they're stretching it. It is a concept art. It is basically going to be maybe one of the pictures that we see, which looks very similar to when they did the Infinity Saga and all that kind of stuff. Doomsday looks gas. I can't lie. Like, I don't even rock with. I'm not Doomsday Doctor Doom. I don't even rock with him, but him in the middle looks clean. I will say, I think you were talking about not Nightcrawler. You're talking about Mystique. Mystique looks
Yeah,
trash.
that's
Yeah,
Mystique.
Mystique looks trash.
Nah, I was talking
Um,
about Nightcrawler with the
That
white
call
he
is
hair.
looks the
right
same.
underneath her.
He looks the same as he looked in the movie.
looks the
Nah,
same.
he got white hair, and you didn't see. Oh, see, you didn't
He's
see
old.
what I'm not gonna lie. Me personally, I seen the footage, the leaked footage with him with white hair, and I
Okay.
thought it was terrible, but I was hoping it was fake. This concept art just proves to me that what I've seen is actually legit. So that's another thing we're gonna talk about is Marvel having, well, most studios right now are not having great, control of their IPs. Like you got Avatar that just got leaked, the whole damn movie online in HD. Like, you know what I'm saying? Now you got hackers literally telling Marvel, yo, if you don't release this trailer, the same thing the other dude said. If you don't release the trailer, we're going to leak your movie. And to show that they got the movie, they released footage of Avengers Doomsday. And in that footage, you see Nightcrawler with the white hair. And me, I came across it. I couldn't help but look at it. And then I checked it out. And then when I seen the concept art, I said, oh, these motherfuckers ain't lying. But I'm pretty sure now people know the consequences behind that because they caught dude that did that Avatar joint. And he's facing heavy time, federal time for that.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming that motherfuckers is starting, excuse my language, is starting to know like the consequences behind releasing some of these big budget movies.
Or they
But
could just
I say
get better
that-
at hacking.
Huh?
Or they can just get better at hacking.
Yeah, or they could just do that. You feel what I'm saying? But me personally, I love Beast design. Beast has evolved so much.
Bro, you didn't even let me give my take. You
Go ahead. My fault.
started talking about Avatar and some more.
My fault. Go ahead.
Anyway,
gang. Go ahead,
listen.
gang. My fault.
Listen, honestly, at the end of the day, and there's no hate. If the movie's good, it's good. I'm gonna watch it. I just don't feel nothing. I look at that and it's just like they just threw something together. I don't feel like it's earned. I don't feel like there was anything that helped build this excitement up outside of RDJ being Doctor Doom. I know y'all like the jackets. I think the jackets are stupid. I don't understand why they need jackets. Is it cold outside? Is it wintertime? Are they in Russia? Why does Johnny Storm need a jacket? Why does he need a jacket?
Do you
Why
know
is
the
Mr.
do you know the
Why is Mr.
temperature in
Fantastic's
space?
jacket
Do you know the
white? Why is it
temperature in
white and everybody
space?
else's is blue? It's
Because he's the
freaking
GOAT.
stupid.
He's the GOAT.
No, he's not.
He's the GOAT.
Okay.
Smartest
But
man
yeah,
alive.
at the end of the day, I'm gonna let you go. But the X-Men do look great. The X-Men look great. You got Channing Tatum as Gambit, so that's back. We knew he was coming back, so that's pretty dope. So yeah, I think it looks. I think it's promising. It's definitely promising, and I hope it lives up to what they want it to live up to.
I agree. I just think people have a problem with the lineup still. I think that's all it is. I think the casting for this movie and the ones that they chose to put in it, I think people legit have a problem with, whether it be the Thunderbolts, whether it be Sam Wilson as Captain America. It's like so many different things people have issues with that I don't see why. That's still circling from the movies that we got in the past.
Yeah.
But I think people need to let it go. Captain America Brave New World, it happened, cool. We moved on. Thunderbolts, no matter how people felt about that, a lot of people didn't go see the movie, but I felt like the movie was pretty decent. People still had something to say about that. Even with superhero movies as a whole right now, people have something to say about it. And I think it's some fair criticism. And then I also think it's a lot of unfair criticism. And hopefully Spider-Man Brand New Day will put some of that, tension to rest because like yourself, you're a huge fan, right? Of these Marvel movies and DC movies, correct? You probably went to most of the events,
All of them. Yeah.
all of them, things like that, right? But even as a fan, and we're not talking about the casuals, as a go hard, try hard fan, you gotta admit yourself, some of these Marvel movies have been underwhelming. You're like, as he said just now, he's a little hesitant on going to see Doomsday because it doesn't, hype him. If this was Endgame or Infinity War, you know what I'm saying? But being since after that period, so what do you think Marvel needs to do from here to Avengers Doomsday to bring the excitement back to the audience? Blue?
I think they need to get back to not as much heavy content.
Matter of fact, let's keep it on you. I wanted this to be on you. What do you think they have to do to get your attention back and hype you up for this movie?
Just show me some consistent. I don't even want to say greatness because that's kind of my new word. Just show me some consistent, good storytelling. Show me some stuff that actually make me care again. And it's not even that like the movies are bad because I don't think a lot of people say the movies bad. A lot of them aren't bad. It's just some are more enjoyable than the others. Just make me care again. The more I care, the more I'm going to be connected to all of this stuff. Don't just start to throw these entourage movies together so you can make another bill because you got all these people in it. You're just farming my money at that point. I don't want to see that movie more than one time. So show me you care. Go out and promote like y'all used to. Promote heavy. Put it back where it's supposed to be. Don't try to farm money and just not market as much so you can save on the marketing side. Go put your back into it. Let these actors and these actresses and these kids come out and talk about this stuff again. Let them be excited as much as we're supposed to be excited because that's also a part of what used to connect us. We felt connected to the actresses and the actors as much as we did their counterparts on the screen. So all of that surrounding. Overload me at like you used to on social media. You don't even see this stuff no more. I said overload me. I didn't. Nah, all right, that's all right. My bad. But yeah, you get what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Let me see that y'all care about y'all product as much as I should care about your product. Because right now, why do I care? You're just showing me random stuff that means nothing to me. So yeah, this movie is in December, so they got time to drop the trailer. Like I said, I'm always gonna go see it. I'm ready to go see it. I'll buy my ticket. We'll talk about it as usual. But to me, I just don't feel anything when I saw that. Like
Galactus, now I don't know what's your expectations or your excitement for the movie, specifically Avengers Doomsday, but are you excited for this? Like, how do you feel like as a fan that's probably even read, what will lead up to Secret Wars? How do you feel about this particular movie? Is it bringing you excitement to know that this is being adapted, or even that we're gonna get to see the X-Men interact? Because normally you would think that the fans would be going crazy that we're finally getting the X-Men in an MCU movie. We got the Fantastic Four in there. We got the Avengers. We got what? No spoilers, but I'm pretty sure we'll get a Spider-Man in this movie. So why do you think the excitement level is a lot higher than it should be?
Um, I think that they some people are probably exhausted. I mean, I remember when this first was announced. I think it was announced in SDCC
Mhm.
at first, and I think people just went nuts over it. You could see that people were clamoring for it, right? People wanted it. They loved to see it. They loved to see RDJ for some reason. I never will accept that, to be honest with
Nope.
you. But nonetheless, people do. People love it. They love it. They love the idea of RDJ. But I also think that they love the idea of these superheroes coming together. Finally, like an Avengers event. I mean, when the Avengers had that whole event with Thanos, that changed the game. It changed the game for me when it comes to superheroes, especially seeing everybody on screen at once. That one scene, I remember that one scene, bro, on Endgame, when everybody just came through. Everybody just came through,
Portal
and
scene.
just like you know
Yep.
what I'm saying. That to me was one of the most exciting moments in movies for me because I was like, I actually saw these. I grew up with these people. I grew up with these characters, and to see them come all on the screen for that one moment to fight was probably the most epic thing I've ever seen in any movie. And I still hold true to this day. Like Endgame is probably one of the best movies I've ever seen, as far as like superhero movies ever. And I will never deter from that. The other side to this is, I think people. I remember at first it being announced, everybody was talking about how much it was being announced, and they were tired of seeing it because we had to wait so long for the movie to even get released. Now we're here. I think now that we're here, what is the difference? Where did you lose the excitement? Did you want the movie sooner than later? Then I mean, I'm just kind of curious to find out because all the excitement that was there in the beginning, where everybody was talking about it, everybody was, all the creators, I mean, not creators, all these are content creators, all these people on social media, we were all talking about this moment for Doom. And since the years have passed, and finally, I think it's 2 years now that we got to this point now. Why are we not excited? Why are we not talking about it? Like why? I'm curious to find out. It's a good question to ask. It's a good question to ask content creators. Maybe was it because it was such a long gap? Because honestly, what was released then and with all the seats and everything that they were filling, the director seats, you know what I'm saying? Everybody, we saw all the cast, everybody was still talking about that. We're still getting those same characters. Nothing has changed, other than the fact that we now have a concept art that we can look at. And I feel like that same excitement should have never wavered. We should still be in the same place where we're at. We should still be excited to see this movie because we're getting all the things that they said we were going to get 2 years ago. So my question is to everybody: Why do you feel?
Okay.
Why do you feel as though that you're not as excited as you was? Because the truth is you're going to see the movie. I'm honestly sure that everybody's going to go rush to go see this movie, and whether it's with excitement or whether it's with hesitation, we're gonna go see in either way. What I would like for everybody to do is to go in there with the mind frame that this is a superhero movie that we're going to be seeing the those properties that we didn't see before when we came to when it came to Fox, right? When it came to Fox and possibly even Sony now bringing in possibly Spider-Man. Like why are we not lifting this movie up and being so excited about it? I don't really care about what the plot is, to be honest with you. I just want to see all these characters on the screen at the same time. I want to see all of them because now it's taking all those properties and bringing them again all together where it makes sense for me because this is now Marvel. It's no longer these separate IPs is being like distributed through different places. Now we're seeing it all in one. And hopefully that's going to be a bigger story to it that we're going to finally get a movie with everybody together. So I want everybody to be honestly be excited. Be excited about this. Talk about how much you really want to see more of this because the more and more we talk about these type of things, these events, the more we're going to get it because they're gonna those production people or those directors and everybody else is gonna say, "Yo, this was a success. We can do this because we have so many other stories within the universes of Marvel that we could do this again." So why not get excited about it and not inside something be worried about what you didn't get as far as the marketing goes or what we didn't get for this and that. Be excited to what is being shown because to be honest with you, when you get it, you're gonna be. I feel like I'm gonna be happy about it. I'm going to be very excited and happy the fact that I'm going to go see this movie because I am going to go. I'm going the first weekend. I don't normally like to do that because I hate people, but I'm going to go into the movie theater and I'm going to enjoy this the first weekend. Like, honestly, y'all, let's get excited about it.
I think
agree. Go ahead. Go.
I think a lot of what you said was good, and some of the stuff you said kind of just blew mine. I ain't gonna lie. To me, it really sounds like you just want us as consumers to do 90% of the work and let them just feast off of us as they've been doing. And that is what I have a huge issue with. I never think it should be that way when it comes to consumer and somebody giving me a product. You need to earn my appreciation. You need to earn my excitement. You need to earn my money because I work for my money. You don't work for my money. You need to give me a product that I love so much that I want to talk about it. I want to go crazy.
Did they not? Did they not?
No, I've said this from before. I was mad when RDJ was on the stage at STC.
No. Not about the announcements, because again, we didn't get a movie yet. So everything pretty that came before this movie announcement, because we can't call it a movie yet until we actually see it, and we, of course, it's pretty much done. They just put it out, right? Yeah. So let's talk about before we got to this point.
Yes.
They gave us everything. I feel like they gave us a lot. They gave us a lot. You know what I'm saying? As far as Marvel, as far as Endgame, I feel like they did. Even with the Age of Ultron.
I wasn't excited. I think it was very inconsiderate and very stupid to have over 12 hours. Well, how long was it? 12, 15 hours of showing every 30 minutes a seat on a Monday? Niggas got to go to work, and you're showing a YouTube of a chair with a name on it. That is inconsiderate. That is lazy, and that is you're just farming people's time, and time is money for people. We don't have time to just be doing that. Now, people did get excited about it, so I'm not going to speak to them.
Okay,
I can only speak for me.
There's people out there that show they got time. No, these people that sit up and play these games for hours on end, waiting hours on end to see like those Wolverine streams of him just doing poses and stuff. I know they don't market for us, the working heads, but the dudes that's sitting there waiting on everything Marvel on social media, waiting to react to every single thing, or their life is Marvel.
But that's also still,
their dollar is going to just drop.
That's also still lazy, though. That, in my opinion, that's very lazy.
I agree with you. No, I do agree with you. It is lazy.
But Ari said exactly what I was going to say as far as the marketing side goes. Marketing is not targeted to one specific person. It's not done that way.
You're proving my point. No, that's what I'm saying.
No, I agree.
It should be targeted to everyone, not just. I don't want to say that word. Not just them people that get checks and sit at the crib. That is, it's 100% focused on. What do you mean? No,
I think it was clever. I got to be honest with you. I thought it was clever. I'm just
to reveal one chair.
But again, they did it in a way where we knew who was coming, what characters were coming. Because honestly, they didn't have to show the faces. Did you want to see their faces?
I didn't want to see none of that because it was pointless to me. So that's what you're not understanding. That was pointless to me.
What would have been your version of a better way to release who was going to be in this movie?
I could care less who's in the movie. Show me a trailer. That's the point. Work for my what?
I think I see what both sides are saying.
Why do I need to know? Listen, if I'm going to see the movie, if I'm going to see who's in the movie with the trailer, why do I need to see a 12-hour stream of you telling me who's going to be in the movie 2 years before the movie come out? What is the point of that?
Because the trailer, you expected the 2 years ago when they released this movie being made, or just the idea of it being made, you wanted a trailer right then?
No, I didn't need anything. That's the point. They were giving me lazy stuff just to farm numbers. That is what I'm telling you.
This is exactly.
No, I did not expect a trailer, but I also didn't expect, and I didn't care for, or I didn't want to see. Let me ask you something. If you at work, right, or you doing something and you couldn't watch that, are you taking your off time to watch 12 hours of them reveal a trailer, or are you going on Twitter or social media to see the highlights?
No, but listen, you can do it. Yes, see a highlight, whatever it is. That's fine.
Exactly.
That's fine. That's
so
fine.
That means you didn't care about it.
but the way they did it, they wanted to build the anticipation. They felt as though this was the best, one of the ways for them to build the anticipation, for you to wait on it. See, the problem is this is what I got to before when I was saying this a couple of weeks ago. The problem is we want instant gratification as consumers. We want to be instantly happy. We want to be instantly gratified. We want to be instantly pleased because that's the way we want to get marketed to. We want it right now. We want it right now. All the same thing with gaming and all this other stuff. We don't want to wait. Why would we want to wait for it, right? Why do we want to wait? Why do I need to wait for it? I need this right now. That's a problem. It's a problem because, listen, as we became consumers before, because we had to wait for the next week to see another episode of a cartoon, or we had to wait like a couple of years to see a continuation of this specific movie. But now, for some reason, we want to be satisfied instantly. 2 years ago, they gave us an idea. They gave us something that we were like, okay, well, whoa, this is exciting. So they said, we're going to double down. We gave it to you at SDCC to show you RDJ and a Doom mask, because now it's about Doom, right? They made it about Doom. So now what we're going to do is now to really kick y'all in the ass, we're going to go ahead and we're going to show you exactly who's going to be in the movie, which characters. And how we're going to do this? We're going to make your ass wait. We're going to make your ass wait, because you know what? That's what we're going to do. And we feel as though that's the best way for y'all to sit there, number one, talk about it, which is what we're doing. We've been doing it for 2 years, right? We're talking about the whole seat thing because obviously it's a subject, a trigger point. So we're going to cause some type of things. You have to understand all this stuff from marketing. This is done on purpose. It's on purpose for the people to actually garner these type of conversations within our communities that right now, they don't really, listen, everybody else that's not really caring about superhero movies, they're not talking about what you just said. They don't care. They're waiting on the movie to come out. Us in the community,
waiting on the movie to come out. I don't understand what points you're making here.
I'm getting to a point here. Us in the community, we're not talking about, because 2 years later, we're not talking about that same thing before about the seats. So this is going to now cause conversations about why, like we're talking about, number one, let's go back to the whole conversation, right? Fleet asked us, he said about the whole thing about, what is it that we need? What is it that we were looking for, right? You know what I'm saying? To get us excited about this again, or whatever it is, right? That was the original question. And now we're talking about what's exciting about this, because now we're still talking about shit that happened 2 years ago. So now we're tying it in to what's going to make us excited, or what do we need to get excited again to go see this movie. I'm bridging the point here, like simply saying they gave us a talking point. Now we're at the point where we're right here at the precipice of seeing this movie right in a couple of weeks, right?
Yeah, and people aren't happy because you came out your mouth and you said everybody should have excitement, the same excitement they had 2 years ago. That's unwarranted, even though we've got how many movies that people aren't happy about? That is them giving us product that we spend our money for that we're not happy with, which is why we're not excited for them just throwing everybody together when they've never met on screen. None of these people have ever met or had a conversation. But all of a sudden, we're supposed to be excited because they're seeing each other?
So
it makes no point. It makes no sense.
And to touch on somebody in here that said something about a nostalgia character show up. Okay, so are we under the impression that this is not going to be good because we're getting other characters that we've seen before? I'm trying to understand the conversation here.
The X-Men was the hype. To be honest, I thought the whole Sony, like you said earlier, the whole coming from a Deadpool with the Wolverine showing the mask, really showing that they're really going full throttle with, like, hey, we got them now. Sony is on our side. We're really bringing back our characters. The shot of Scott Summers with the big beam was shown specifically because, like, yo, y'all haven't seen this before. This is what y'all want. Y'all want go back to the older or the originals type of stuff. That was like going on in with the excitement going into it, seeing those original type of characters. This possibly being the closest we'll really get to comic book like content. Even though we know how the movies go, we know how it goes. But even to rebuttal the state where it's like this is gonna be their first time linking together, I will say that's up to the people who are going out to these movies and paying attention to what's going on, because you got Fantastic Four linking with Thunderbolts. Now I will say we should have another movie or two to link some more characters who are going to be in there. Because I think next year should be another connecting film. If Spider-Man isn't, because I highly feel Spider-Man is not going to have anything to do with Doomsday. if it's not that, it needs to be another film or a major TV show that is going to connect these characters going forward. Because if not, I'm with Blue Jack. Then you guys are really starting to fall off on the marketing, because it's like we have to have it's what y'all did before. Like, why are y'all? And that's why I get mad, because like y'all showed me this before. What Kevin Garnett saying in Uncut Gems? Why you showing me something I can't have? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, real talk.
But we
like,
have to
you
see
showed
first,
me this
right?
before. You showed me that y'all can do it the right way. You built these character development, and that's why I always get mad at them letting go of the Russo brothers, because showed them why they got real greedy and took certain things that was making the MCU great for granted, like long-term character development through these Avengers movies that the Russo brothers curated. You know what I'm saying? So you need these creators that's curating the stories. I'm gonna be honest. If you got Shang-Chi, if I'm not mistaken, the dude who did Shang-Chi is doing Avengers Doomsday.
Yeah.
He's in
yeah.
What's the last movie he's done that you can even connect anything? You know, like.
Well, guys got to remember, like, look, we already had this conversation some time ago when we said it. We said that Marvel has kind of dropped the ball, and this is their way to kind of trying to bring those universes together, because they know they dropped the ball. And to go, I have a point. Come on, I have a. This is a confusing and and I'm just gonna go back to this because you're confusing me. You're confusing me because you talk about nostalgic characters. When I go back up, you said something about RDJ was the GOAT or whatever it was, right? So RDJ was dope. I said for some reason he gives you nostalgia because he was Iron Man, and then you tie back and go back and say that what is it? You just said something about the nostalgic character showing up because we want them. You wanted you were happy that RDJ is here. But he's a nostalgic character for you because he was Iron Man. You're contradicting your own self. Stop it. Now I'm going to talk about now.
I think he's also talking about Chris Evans holding a hammer that he had.
Right. Like you seriously. Like let's be honest. Like you can't pick and choose who you love and who you want to be in this movie because they gave it to you. Stop it. Blue. I'm going to say this though. I will say that I do agree with you. I'm not telling you that you're not wrong. All I'm saying is we are getting a movie with 1,000 characters in it. Like seriously, we just talk about this, right? Did you not like DC's what was it? The thing where the whole event, DC KO event, where everybody came together and it was like mass hysteria. They was just going bananas like fighting. Did you not enjoy it?
Yeah, and that was 2 years of reading books that led to that, which is my point.
But my point is this.
You can't single out, and I'm gonna let you finish because I'm not gonna keep going. But you can't single out one thing that is the finale of something that was built to. You can't do that because then that is doing disservice to your argument, and you're telling me that I enjoyed something that is similar, but you're negating everything that came before that. So when we talk about
what are we negating?
You're negating how they built everything up to that event, which has made me excited for it. If they just gave me an event with all of them fighting for no reason, which they've done before, which Battle World is, I would have been like, what is the point of this? This is
wait. So I'm just curious. Maybe you know something I don't know. About this event that's going on right now. What do you mean negating it? When these characters, we saw these characters having their own moments in their own titles, and does it make sense that they're just gonna be thrown in there? We won't know that until we actually see the plot and we actually get to know the movie and find out why these characters are meeting up in the first place. I'm confused to find out exactly because reality is this.
What was built to this Galactus?
If I'm not mistaken, Deadpool is an actual tie-in movie to this. Because the TVA, Loki is a tie-in movie.
There you go. It was King, and then King had an issue.
Yeah, we got to remember this was supposed to be King's movie.
That was their issue.
I'm not saying that. Listen, I got you. That's not Marvel's fault. Loki season 2 made a switch, right?
Okay.
And now all of a sudden, because of Loki season 2 and what happened, Doomsday, Dr. Doom, he wants to go and make his own world in his own time stream. That's what this is all means. That's the plot of what this is.
Okay.
All that other stuff you're talking about, Fantastic Four with Galactic, that ain't none of that got nothing to do with that. That's why they showed us Dr. Doom in that movie to kind of hint at, okay, this is what's coming. None of them movies got nothing. Red Hulk, Captain America ain't got nothing to do with this.
Right.
Nothing.
Okay.
Shang-Chi, what happened with Shang-Chi, the dragons, got nothing to do with this.
Okay.
Miss Marvel, all three of them coming together, fighting who they fought, got nothing to do with this.
Okay.
All the movies that we got have nothing to do with this.
Okay.
What we talk about the shows, Ironheart has nothing to do with this. Wonder Man has nothing to do with this, aside from they probably need a strong character to be in this movie or to be in Secret
But
Wars.
the street
Has
level stuff
nothing to
doesn't
do
always
with it.
have to deal with the cosmic level stuff. Like we don't
But
always see our street level.
so
Like,
you want to
Wonder Man's not street level, but I'm just saying.
I know.
so you
But
want
it's like, I
you
get
want
what
the
you're saying,
build
bro.
up. You missed the build up.
No, listen, I said it before. I want to feel something. He asked me, how do I get excited? What do they do? I want to, when I see a leak, I want to be like, man, I can't watch that because I want to be excited when I go to the movies. I don't care. All them leaks Flea talked about, I've seen them on Twitter and I just scroll past because I don't care.
My question
I
is why
really
don't you care? Why don't you care?
I just told you I don't care. I don't feel anything.
No,
I just
saying
told
because
you
that's-
that.
I'm trying to understand the feelings and why you don't feel anything. I'm trying to understand what that feeling is. To be honest with you, see if we were really in person, because I communicate this way. I ask questions to get an answer to understand. Right now, I don't understand what you're saying as far as like you don't feel anything. What is it? What is it because of these characters that you just didn't? Do you not like the other movies? I'm just curious. Like what? Tell me a little bit about that.
I mean, better yet,
I'm gonna sit you on my chair. I'm gonna sit you on my chair because I want to talk to you real quick.
Bro,
This
let's
is
go.
therapy.
We can talk about it for
I would say,
another.
what's
We
the
can
last
talk about it for 30
superhero film
minutes.
that
Let's go.
actually gave you feeling? You know what I'm saying, even invoked anything. What was the last superhero film?
I will say this, right? One, I felt like Thunderbolts hit that feeling, and I ain't even gonna lie to you. I felt something in Fantastic Four. There
Me
was
too.
a certain
I
speech
did.
where that almost made me tear up. Like, damn, like you know what
That
I'm
movie was
saying?
fire.
Like it was an impactful movie. Now the significance of what Marvel used to do as build-ups, I could agree with Galactus and agree with Blue Jack. Some people missed that. And the reason why they missed it is because it was like a continuing story. Like
Right.
Galactus
Right.
said,
Right.
every week we got an episode of something, right? A continuing story for the most part, unless it was like Power Rangers and a villain of the week type cartoon or something like that. But something like Yu-Gi-Oh! Or something like that, there was a continued story where week by week you got something. With these Marvel movies in phases 1, 2, 3, etc., you got that throughout the movie, even if it was something as simple as, say for instance, Spider-Man Brand New Day coming out. Don't have nothing to do with nothing, but we knew to stay in them damn seats because that post-credit scene was gonna tie that in to whatever comes next. And I think one, they've been failing at executing that point that made them different and made them a cinematic universe from all the other genres and all the other superhero movies. So when you fail at that, right, and you fail at the point where, like Blue Jack said, you announce chairs, and that's your big announcement. You tell people, and you make this big thing online. Hey, everybody, get ready! Huge announcements coming through, and then you spend damn near 24 hours announcing the cast on YouTube, and then you turn around and also tell everybody big Doomsday news, big Doom, and it's a coffee shop or a coffee thing.
Yeah, when you
And then
explained it
you
in that way,
announce this, and it's like the fans just keep getting hyped up and like, oh.
Yeah, hey, but don't forget, keep giving me your money. Keep giving me your money
But
because that's what I need.
I will say Marvel might be lost in the
the
marketing
problem.
game in the big 2026. It was just something that was felt fresh and special during that 2012, 2016 period. Maybe like pre-COVID. Honestly, I feel like these
I
suits
think your
once
mic is a
COVID.
little messing up.
Yeah,
a
your
little
mic
bit.
is weird.
Oh, pardon me. Can you hear me better now?
Hold on.
Hold on, give me a second.
All right, but
But I'm not disagreeing with Blue. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying what I'm saying is yo, look, like, why not let's just get excited to see the movie? You know what I'm saying? Like, because it's finally here. Like, that's what I'm saying is that of course they could have done a whole lot better job. Of course, with the marketing, because Irie is just going into what we said before. The marketing has been lackluster, to say the least.
Yeah.
But overall, I'm like, we're actually getting to a point where we're seeing superheroes, and I'm glad to see it again.
yeah, and so let us know how y'all felt about Avengers Doomsday in the chat and the official concept art. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. We all gonna, because we spent almost an hour on that. Shout out to everybody, but I do feel like we will see Avengers Doomsday trailer at the end of this month. Now we do have other Marvel news real quick. We're just gonna breeze through this really quick. Spider-Man Brand New Day is projected to make over 500 million during opening weekend, which will make it the biggest movie of the year
Where you be getting these numbers from? I seen two something. I seen like 240.
worldwide.
Okay, you can't. All right, all right.
It is.
All right.
You want me to show you the article?
No, no, no. Go. I hear it. I hear it. Let's
So
see.
it's supposed to make 150. Excuse me, 500 million. Worldwide, over 250 domestic, which is crazy because
Yeah.
you normally it's the international that brings in more than half of the box office for these movies. The domestic box office is bringing in tons. So not Galactus, but Hercules, Blue Jack, just get my shit ready. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yo,
you know,
you gonna look so stupid if this movie don't
just
hit.
get
I'm
mine
telling
ready,
you,
bro.
I'm
Just-
clip farming you to
Just get
death.
mine ready. I'm not gonna lie to you, man. Hey, listen, and I mean this by all means. Get mines or be mines. You understand?
Hey yo,
But moving on to other news, man, we got X-Men 97 Episode 4 Rise of Apocalypse Part 2. If you haven't seen the interview with me and McCormack, Mr. McCormack, who plays the Young Apocalypse character, man, go check that out. Very great guy. He's new into the Marvel universe. He's not new to voice acting. If you ever seen Castlevania, then he has played Isaac in that. Which he's a phenomenal voice actor, man. Show him some love. He's upcoming in the game. But we got to sit down and talk about it. And man, what a phenomenal interview. But this episode right here, not only critically and audience-wise, has the biggest IMDb rating in the entire franchise, X-Men animated and X-Men 97, but it's man, I haven't seen nothing under a 9 for the last episode. Huge spoiler alerts coming up. We do get multiple goated scenes in here. We get the death of Magneto, which was actually crazy. I couldn't believe that they're doing this. Yeah, of course, we already know what's coming. The fans already know. If you're a fan, another spoiler alert, you already know Onslaught is on the way. It's almost 100% guaranteed. They've been leading up to this moment. You actually got hints of Onslaught in episode, what was that? Episode 9 and 8 when when Professor X got into Magnus thoughts. And now this one, you can see, the depression and things that's probably gonna kick in to set off the chain of events that's gonna lead into Onslaught, which I'm excited for because I read an article, man, and after talking to a couple of voice actors that's been on the show, they got no chill. None of your characters is safe in this show. I promise y'all. From what I was told, none of your characters is safe, but that pretty much goes with the X-Men comic books because they die off a lot in those comic books. So Galactus, you got a chance to check out the show, right? And you're a huge fan of the comic book series. How does this series actually pay tribute to the actual comic books? Do you think it's doing a very good job at doing that? Or do you think it's telling its own story?
I think it's telling its own story, and I think we should let it breathe, just as it's doing. And that's just because number one, like it was crazy because I remember watching season 1. I remember I was like, yo, this seems familiar. I was like, this seems really familiar because I used to watch the old show. You know what I'm saying, the old X-Men show, and I was like, yo, this seems so familiar. Even the intro was kind of like slightly paying homage to it. And then this, because that whole first season, I was just like, yo, this does seem like the same thing. But then this season came, and I was like, wait a minute. Like, this is now taking on a kind of a life of its own. So I really kind of I liked it. Honestly, I know I didn't give it as much praise as y'all did in the chat, in our own chat. But you know what I'm saying? Overall, I like the last 2 episodes. To me, was by far some of the most. I love the acting in it. The voice acting in it was phenomenal. I love the animation. The animation to me was it's really up there. Honestly, I almost came in that chat and was almost like, yeah, but Baki got it. But I was like, nah, I'm gonna hold off because I know how Blue gonna react. So I was like, I'm not gonna do it. But overall, the X-Men series though, I can't front. It's one of my favorite animations right now. It's definitely up there. I couldn't even deny that. I think overall, I can't wait to see what they do next with the next season. or the next arc, or whatever it is, that's gonna happen. But I think we're still getting some more. This is only episode 4, so
Yeah, we got 5 more
yeah,
episodes.
so we still got more coming.
And the
But
next episode is for sure we're gonna get a Wolverine episode. We
yeah, oh
might
yeah,
get
they already set it up.
yeah, they already set it up, and I think the name of the episode is like what's the name of the episode? Oh man, I forgot. It's something hinting to what we just seen. But Blue Jack, how did you feel about it?
I think, listen, I said last week, low key, I was hating, but it wasn't hating to hate. It was just hating because X-Men 97 is too good, bro. Like, it just keeps rising the ladder of animated shows, and I'm getting very scared. And I think that's why. So y'all know I'm trolling, but it's just too good, man. Like, you watching it and your eyes do not leave the screen. You think about it when it's over. They're dropping so much peak. Even if you think you know what's coming, it's still executed almost perfectly. The voice actors, you like this feels like a live action in an animation, and that's what's so amazing. And when you get life stories, when you watch an animation, which is what we used to get growing up, they used to teach you stuff, teach you morals. And then you find out that it's and basically Thanos inevitable, bro. Oh my god, it's too good, man. The fights are great, the animation's great. It's just all really good, and I'm excited. I can't lie, it's taking over TV right now. So this is what when you see this is why people complain about Invincible, because this you got the story, you got the peak actors, you got the voice act. This is what it should be looking like. And I seen my guy make a post. All these episodes probably cost a fraction of what Invincible costs, and it's better, miles better. And I think that's an issue. You're muted. You're muted.
Yeah, you're right. And to be honest, I agree with your statement because these are both shows are now gonna be yearly. And the executive came out and said he wants 10 seasons of this. He said he's gonna push for 10 seasons of X-Men 97. Now, I will say this before the episode is called Weapon X, Lies, and DVDs. So the next episode will 100% be a Wolverine one-off episode, probably like they usually do with certain characters. They do like a one-off episode. But I will say this before we pass it to Ari. Invincible needs to take a chapter out of this.
They won't.
They have to.
They got their budget tied up already. They can't.
Yeah, they already. It's already
the
done.
voice actors and actresses are the budget. They can't. Amazon's not giving them any more money. They can't.
Hey, big shout out to old boy too. The guy who did play Professor X and Apocalypse, because he's in Invincible like 3 different times. He played like 3 different characters.
Getting that money.
Yeah, he's getting that bread, man. Big shout out to him. I think his name is Ross something. I'd love to get him on the show. But Ari, how did you feel about X-Men 97?
Oh, amazing episode. I mean, it sucks because every time I think about how these stories are being constructed, the dialogue, the pacing, everything, I think of Eric DeMeo. Like, I can't help but not think of that dude. So it's like when I get ready for this next season, I get a little fearful. Like, this season is so good, and I'm wondering, like, what's it gonna be like when DeMeo's hands are not in the pot? Is it gonna be a drop off dialogue wise? Like, the things I adore now, like it's so good that I'm already thinking the next season because I already know they got this season locked in. This is too good. Just 4 episodes in, and we're getting Emmy level writing. Emmy, like that last episode alone should be nominated for an Emmy.
It
last
will be.
episode fire.
Bro, the quotes. Oh my god! Like,
they should have
What
put
was
that in
your
the theater.
favorite? Let me hear it. What was your favorite quote?
the ants line, the ants, and I'll let y'all say the another one. I know some more, but that coming back on to like coming back at them in a negative way after Magneto tried to like steer him to be more peaceful. Like, yeah, be more, you know what I'm saying, diplomatic. Don't step on the ants when you a god. Like, now look how it hits you when that guy's coming at you. Like, he gave you mercy in the most disrespectful way. Like, oh my God. Like hands up and chef's kiss to the writing team, man. You guys knocked it out the park with that one.
Yeah, I feel like that episode was a banger. What you say?
Let me get my quote real quick. I'm Flea, you probably can clear it because I don't know the exact words, but when he basically said, "I'm about to be a god" or whatever, and then Xavier was like, "You are no god," and then he was basically like, "But I'll always exist." That was
Oh
mad.
yeah,
That's legacy right there.
that was legacy writing. I'm not even. You're talking about when he said, "I was a slave that tired
yes
and became a god." And he said, "You are no god. I know your future. You will always be a monster." He said, "Yes, but I will always be."
I ain't gonna lie though.
How many men want that for their? That's the point of us on this earth, to put our legacy out, let our kids live, and that's insane. That's insane.
Yeah,
even if your mentality touches the world, like not to make it like a crazy, but like we remember Martin Luther King's ideals. His ideas passed through generations. Right, his kids are here, but it's him that still stands the test of time. You know what I'm saying? So if Apocalypse ideals are able to go through the test of time, he will always be like, oh, that is such a cold line, man.
You know what's crazy? I really feel like, I could be wrong, but I felt like if they would have kept it 100 with him from the jump, they probably could have changed the future.
No.
But the fact that he already had so many trust issues and he never believed anybody.
But they bred him to be what he was. Not them specifically, but his life from the time he was born up until who he became, it made him who he was. There was no changing that. It was no changing that. He saw too much of humanity and what they did to him. You think that he would actually change because some people from the future told him something? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, no, he's already gotten to that point where he was like, nah, like I became the strongest. I am the strongest. And I need and the only thing I need around me is the strongest people. Otherwise, you are weak and you are nothing. So for him, that's pretty much how he was. They made him who he was based off of how they treated him.
Hey, can we take a moment to say how disappointing it was? Now, we kind of touched on this a little bit earlier when we talked about what happened with Kane and Ant-Man and the Wasp and the actor. How dope would it have been to see Jonathan Majors in this?
I've seen that
100%.
When I seen somebody online say it's okay to beat Kane, but you have to beat him in a certain way. It's okay for him to lose. That is how he loses. That is how you beat Kane. He got the fuck
about it there, though. He ain't get about it there.
And he left. She said, "Oh, that's what we doing. Yeah, you gone." He said
that was hilarious.
I am destiny starts today. I'm out of here. This ain't my time to conquer no more. I'm gone.
Deuces. He put up the crowd.
Yo, bro, that episode.
Does anybody have any more information about the team that she ends up creating or leading? Like something about it was eternal or something that he said when he left. Like
supposedly she's from the comic books, and supposedly the team that she creates is supposed to be the externals or something like that. Externals or something. They're the ones to take out Apocalypse. So she's a part of that destiny. That's why he told her, your destiny starts now. Because she
I wonder if they're going to play on that.
Yeah, they might not. You know, they've been like doing little twists and turns with X-Men 97, like trying to stay with the source material, but flipping it as well.
So they have been.
I do like what Galactus said. I like the fact that they're doing their own thing, but still in paying homage to certain events that happened with the X-Men. Even though it's not one for one, they're still like, okay, here's your... Because in X-Men, the animated series, they did that a lot. Days of Future Past, they did that. Rise of the Apocalypse, they did that. All them storylines, they did in X-Men, the animated series. So now...
I think they definitely doing Age of Apocalypse now. You can tell because he even mentioned it. He said this is the age. If you notice what he was talking about, he was like this is age of me, whatever he said. I can't remember specifically, but essentially this is now the Age Apocalypse that they're gonna be moving into. So they will be moving into that storyline. I'm wondering how they integrate it, but it's gonna be dope.
Now, this Wednesday we get Weapon X lives and DVDs Of course, we'll probably get an episode of Wolverine getting his antimanium back. Whatever his metal
Adamantium.
claws. Yeah, I don't. How do you say antimanium?
Adamantium.
That's them New York
Adamantium.
guys. They just be saying anything. I
Hold
swear.
on a second. Hold on a second. I'm
And-
from New York, and you heard me say
You
adamantium.
also be saying anything, so I'm not
so?
wrong. I just called you out earlier.
Bro,
You
We should,
fucking
maniacs.
we should just be excited. Shut, man. You be saying anything,
you can
bro.
call me out, but it's the truth though. You know you're gonna go see the movie. You're gonna be excited to go see the movie. So I need you to
Let's
just be
go.
quiet.
Hey, let's go.
Hey man, he gonna get the metal claws back, man.
You already
That's what
know
we
it,
gonna
yeah.
say. How about that, man? But I'm excited for the next episode. Heroes, let us know if you are as well. And don't forget to like,
Yes.
comment, and subscribe. Now we're going to go on to DC entertainment news. And then we're going to go to the comic books. And then from there, we're going. All right, first and foremost, I'm just going to get this out the way real quick. Paramount says they are reportedly keeping James Gunn after the merger. They're excited for their partnership. And they want to see what he has to offer. They met, they had extensive meetings, and they like what he's planning for the DCEU. So he is staying on board via Paramount. Now, as we know, the state of California, as we speak right now, is suing to stop the merger, and Paramount right now is threatening California. If they do sue, they will be moving all of their operations out of that state. So that's a big thing. That's a developing story that everybody should check for, because that could stop the merger. But I think it's not gonna. I think it's gonna fall through. I think regardless of what, they're probably just gonna leave California, Hollywood in general, and get up out of Cali. To be honest,
It's funny. Hollywood is dying anyway, and if you think about how it was created, it was only because people just didn't want to pay the money that they were paying. What was it, like Jersey or something? They were doing the films back in the day. So they was like, oh shoot, we'll just go to this area out west and shoot, we'll just start up there.
Hey,
now we got to do it all over again. Like,
do what Marvel doing. Go to Atlanta.
Yeah,
Marvel been
yeah. Well,
based in
nah,
Atlanta
man.
for a
I ain't gonna
while.
lie. They don't kick all the black creators up out of Atlanta. Now they gonna kick all the black creators to Alabama and Florida.
Tyler Perry, bro. Tyler Perry, go over
Tyler
there.
Perry got a
yeah.
new studio in Atlanta. That's what I'm
They
saying.
dig it out.
Atlanta is a big place for
It really
for
is.
that as well. So now that we basically, you know, Supergirl was a massive flop, but we can move past that because Paramount done moved past it. So if they move past it, I'm pretty sure that everybody else could move past it as well.
You got permission? You finally got permission to move on?
And I'm gonna still say that shit
the big
suck,
daddies?
bro. I'm not
The
gonna
big
lie, that
daddies?
shit still suck, bro. But
I'll wait until it hit HBO Max.
speaking of HBO Max,
Every
that's our
time.
next topic. A lot of people are shooting the next DCU project now. I mean, people, content creators, fans, everybody's pissed off because rumors are, spoiler alert, heroes, for the Lanterns, that they are killing Hal Jordan in episode 1. So you're not going to get no lore of Hal Jordan in the DCU. You're not, and people are furious online. They are, I ain't even going to front. I never seen people that's not even Green Lantern fans are fucking talking shit. And I know because I talk to these people and I know they're not Green Lantern fans. And they're even mad because they feel like, damn, but the only time you will ever see Hal Jordan, they're saying, in the Lantern
at
show
me,
is
man.
through flashbacks. So with that being said, how do y'all feel, heroes, about the DCU killing off Hal Jordan in episode 1? Oh, by what you call it also.
So I'm gonna jump in real quick because it's gonna be very short. Okay. So
Can't stand him, bro.
So it's gonna be very short. Okay. First of all, I don't really care about this.
Yeah.
Blue already know how I feel. Y'all both know because we talked about this. I'll say I don't really care about it. So I'm gonna make it quick. First of all, Why am I so butthurt that Hal is gonna like not make it or be unalive? Yo, it's okay to transition to Jonathan. What's his name? John
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 Stewart.
Stewart. John
Now he
Stewart.
gonna act like he don't know his name.
So
This is what I'm saying.
Well,
The
that's
black
You know
Africans
who he
don't
is.
know the black
Yo,
people.
That's
The troll is so hard.
let me do me here real quick. So so John Stewart, right, taking over because number one, it should be okay. He's a lantern. Why should we have? And I'm gonna make this make sense to y'all. Why does it make sense to have Hal Jordan alongside like John Stewart for the entirety of the whole show? Why
There's
does that
only
make
one
sense?
ring. There's only one ring.
Right,
They
right.
say that.
So
Yeah.
my whole thing is why does that make sense? Why should you even care? Like, why does it make sense? It's not. It's this story is not about Hal Jordan. The story clearly was formatted for Stewart. Like, period. It was formatted for that purpose. So y'all getting mad is because of well, I may call you out, but I mean the reality is are you mad? Are you mad? I'm just saying because I mean otherwise it doesn't make sense.
I
Like
think
seriously,
what they're trying to say, right? They're mad at the way that they're depicting how Jordan, like in the show, and the time that you do see him, he's like this big dickhead, like a straight asshole, and
Okay.
then he commits, whatever
If
the
it's
case.
parallax, it makes sense. Which is what I've been saying. I said, y'all know I said this. If James Gunn does parallax, it makes sense. If he doesn't do parallax, he's out of there
I get, yeah.
because fans are gonna cook him like
And
hard,
like,
and I
what's
can't
the
defend
point
that.
even dropping that this early? What's
Yo,
the point even dropping news that early?
Philo just said that John is the most boring lantern. That's crazy.
Yeah,
I think he's trying to he just trying to trigger it. Like he must be trying to just be on here to start some shit.
I've come to terms
what
when
he
it comes
on.
to characters like not even to make it a racial thing, but it's just something I've observed over watching TV since I was a kid. You have the partners of the black character and the white character. The white character is the adventurous, no rules, just running roughshod. Where you have the black character, he's safe about the rules, making sure everything is the wise one, right? Tends to be a little boring compared to the outlandish, you know what I'm saying, adventurous one all the time, you know? So it
Unconscious
sucks
bias is a
when the
real thing.
wiser one is always looked at as boring.
Unconscious bias is a real thing. That's all I have to say.
It's real. It's real.
Whether you feel some type of way about that or not, my guy, is how you feel. But unconscious bias is a real thing, and I know it's a real thing because I actually work in that sector. I work in that, so I know it's real. So you don't have to outwardly say it, and I'm not saying it has nothing to do with being racist. What I'm saying is the fact that you just called one of the most prominent, like one of the biggest, like black. I'll say it.
Yeah, for
Black
real.
characters to most black people. You saying that he's boring compared to his white counterpart, which is Hal? I'm just saying, watch what you just said, because to be honest with you, like I'm saying that's your homeboy, but I'm gonna be real with
Now
you.
he remember John's name.
I've
Look,
been,
now
I've been listen.
John
no,
name
Yo,
now.
no troll
you see
now.
how the troll end
No
when it get
troll
real?
now.
The troll ends when it
Listen.
get real.
I'm not. Listen, I'm calling this shit out because I see it in real life, though.
Bro
I'm
said,
saying like
nah.
I'm in this shit for real. Like for real. I was actually a huge. It's called Humans United, Everyone in Solidarity. Well, we actually talked about allyship, real allyship, and what it looks like. This is not something that's fake to me. That shit that you just said makes sense to why your people, because I'm sure you're white, why your people feel the same way about Jonathan Stewart being the actual. You know what? I'm done. Go ahead, y'all can move on, yo. DC, y'all rocking on. I love to see what y'all doing, but y'all go ahead for real. Play peace on.
You love to see
I'm
what
gonna
we
tap out.
doing?
I'm gonna tap out.
You love to see what DC doing?
You already know it. I don't bring that shit back up again, man. You know how I feel, man. They doing a good job. Stop it.
Hey, man. We got to keep going. Come on, we got stuff to get
that's
through.
the Lanterns is set to premiere next month, man. Let us know if you're still excited for
Yeah,
me.
they got to get their marketing right. That's lazy. That's lazy marketing.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm saying. All across the board, it's not even just DC, Marvel, all these companies. They got to figure out how to keep control of this product, because I honestly have an idea what's happening. I believe, I could be
Let us hear
wrong,
it.
and I'm not trying to hate, but I think it's some of these content creators that get early access to this shit, or get to see these videos or episodes early. They see them, and before the embargo lifts, they call their boys, yo,
Yep, like this. Yep.
bro, they snipe Al, bro. I ain't lying, gang. They killed, and then it
Put it
goes
out.
from, it's the telephone game after that. So
Mhm.
and you never even know. That's probably where the leaks are coming from too. People screen recording it, from their joint, because now that I'm starting to get a part of that business, it's easy. The stuff that they sent me to review and stuff like that, some of the early access movies, it's easy to just do like this and then, yo, Blue, look at this. Even though I don't, I swear to God, I don't. Blue could tell you, but I can see how
Blue ain't
easy.
saying nothing. No, y'all
I
be throwing me
can,
under
and
the
Blue
bus.
doesn't either, because Blue got a couple of comics that he got early, and Blue could tell you he was sitting on one of my most anticipated books of the year, and I didn't even ask him. I was like, nah, bro, I'm good. I wait till that joint dropped. The day that joint dropped, I grabbed it and I read it that morning with my own two eyes, experienced it in hand.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? And this is real talk, but I think I could be wrong, but I think that's where a lot of these leaks are coming from. And I think if y'all getting access to some of this material, y'all gotta chill, bro, because y'all ruining it for everybody else, and y'all ruining the brand itself. Because
And it's ruining the story experience, bro. Some people want to experience those things in real time. So like, it's just how we experience story. I don't know what it is with people these days, bro. Like it's just everything's microwave. So it's like people don't even get a chance for the build up, the climax, and then how you feel after the story's over. I don't think people have discussions after the movie's over in the hallways of the movie no more. They just go home and rush and make their think piece. You know, so it's just getting weird because like I remember them saying this was supposed to be like a true detective, like inspired show. If I remember, both of the characters were with each other through the whole first season. After the first season is when it switches up. So them even like leaking stuff like that or letting stuff like that get leaked is just ruining the experience of what the show can be.
And to be honest, we all knew it was supposed to be, like he said, a true detective joint. Who murder y'all think he was solving? Think about that. Like, whose murder do y'all think Jon Stewart was gonna solve? Of course, it was probably gonna be Al Jordan. Like
now, when you put it like that, that's actually
like,
interesting plot.
Like, think about it. Like he's got to go through the most throughout this series to solve a murder. They didn't say what murder. It makes sense now that murder will be Hal Jordan. Me, I'm still excited for it. I'm still going to watch it. Let me know if y'all are. But now we're going to get into the comic book news. I'm so excited for what we got to talk about this week, y'all. I'm not going to lie to y'all. I'm going to keep saying it. Y'all see the shirt, man. Like,
there you go. There you go.
Like, this has been my favorite comic book of probably all time. But we're going to get right into it. Absolute Batman, issue 22. And I'm going to say this. I know I was hard on the last issue, right? And I still feel like this.
Rightfully so.
If Galactus, hear me out. If they would have took that battle with the Robins, right?
Yep.
And put it in the beginning of this book.
Yep.
They didn't even need the rest of that last issue.
I ain't gonna lie. You already know how I feel the same way as you feel about that last issue, but you're right.
Bro, shut up. Oh my God. Shut up. Shut up. Listen, go ahead. Go ahead. I'm not popping off. No, I'm not. I'm not gonna cook. I'm not gonna cook because Snyder's doing his thing right now. He's doing his big one. All of y'all gonna say what y'all gonna say, and we're gonna take that press, and y'all still gonna buy them books. And when them omnis drop, y'all still gonna buy them omnis. And when that show come out, y'all still gonna watch that show. So that's all we need. Keep talking about it. It's greatness. It's greatness.
You just listen. You just prove my point when it comes to X-Men. You still gonna go. You talking all that trash about all these things about X-Men, but you still gonna go see. I mean, not X-Men, Doomsday, but you still gonna go see Doomsday.
Listen, but I'm honest. I said I was gonna see it. I said I was gonna see it. I never lied and said I wasn't. I said
no, you didn't. But neither did we.
Just like with MNPR, I say I hate that, but Flea got me. I said I'll buy every issue.
But I not can't say change up. We said the same thing about Batman. We just all we said was that last issue was not crack. It was not good.
And we had a discussion about that. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just.
I mean, we can really have a real conversation about the last three. The last three issues have just been like small crescendo. No, I'm not saying that is a bad issue, but it's just
every
been the
time
same
I
formula.
have a talk with Ari, he say some crazy.
I'm being real, son. I'm being real. The past, I'm being real. Since I would say the first two Scarecrow issues, I don't really count them, but the last couple where it's just been like. Well, the last issue was the Joker meetup, right?
Yes.
Where they personally. So I'll say this and this one's. It's just been like that small crescendo where it's just like it's just simmering, it's simmering, and simmering. No, I like this. Let me finish
Oh,
though.
okay.
It's just been a crescendo because the story in this one is nothing like it's like oh my gosh, it's just it's nice pacing story. That's what I'm saying. It's like a nice crescendo till we get to that very end where they smack you across the face like a street hoe. Like, bro, I mean, literally, the last issue, it was a chill issue. We get the fight, like you said, it wasn't like we all really expected the fight to be. It was nice, but the ending was what really was the biggest
Yeah,
hook
that's what
of
they
the
said.
whole issue. Which it should be, but we kind of used to Absolute Batman kind of being like that. And I'll be honest, it might be just we still kind of like have that withdrawal from the Bane arc. I think that's what it really is. A lot of us are expecting high octane action from beginning to end. And I think they got back to just telling a smooth story and then getting you at the very end with some wild shit. And I think that's where they kind of gone back to with this Scarecrow arc to kind of dial things back after it being so crazy in the Bane arc. And I think that's just got people kind of forgot what it used to be. Because when you look back at the Black Mask era, it felt like it was just smooth. That's why people don't even like that era like that. It was just nothing crazy happened. It was just a lot of like explanation. You know what I'm saying? Getting more in tune with the world. I think that's what we're doing again after the Bane arc is now we're expanding the world. We're learning more. We're learning more about Batman's lore. Like all of this has been educational since the Bane arc, to be honest. I haven't been really mad at it. I don't think the action was like really like, oh my God, we need this. Like having what we have has been cool. Like the Eric Canetti's arc with Poison Ivy was some cool arc with some cool action in there, but it's the lore that's really hooking me in for the story. If they keep continuously and keep giving us more and learning more about this world, you can really slow down on the action. I think people have enough action that we don't really need to kind of like let the Bane arc and let that really fester and literally like gain this rise for being how great it was. Because you can't keep going. Now you got the Robin. What, you going to have the greatest battle after he just battled Bane? No, he got to definitely dial it back a little bit. And I think that's why people were saying it was a lot of shit happening. But I don't think it's a lot of things happening. I think it's just the right things that need to get the story moving happening. Harley's story needed to be told. The Robins and what's going on with them needed to be told because you see the dissension happening with them now. People was like, oh, we thought Dick Grayson was going to be linking with Absolute Batman until you didn't see that. But if you following the story and like watching all of these arcs, he might. He just might. So we just got to hold on. No, it's not going to be a lot of action like we was getting couple issues ago and just rock with this story because they are cooking with the story right now.
I will say this off the Harley story, right? I love the way he wrote that. I love the way like she almost like kept demanding him like, yo, listen to me. Like
Yo.
I have to tell you this. Like this is something like you need to know what's going on. And she's trying to stop him from making a mistake and put him on to who she not only is, but who the Joker is, right? And by doing that, it's a compelling story because you have like 3 stories or 3 different things happening at once that felt like one smoothly.
Yeah.
You got the Robins, you got Batman and his personal vendetta and what's going on, and you got her trying to bridge the gap between all of that. And it's like, yo, listen, and then at the end, I thought it was real smooth how she didn't get a chance to tell him because he like didn't want to listen. And then we see her step into the room and she, man, that is the biggest twist. I gotta applaud this man, Scott Snyder, because what he did with Harley Quinn and Absolute Batman, he's known to twist these characters, right?
I don't even gotta talk. I don't gotta say nothing.
But to twist Harley the way he did,
yo, this is knockout blow.
Harley
it was Loki a double twist because we thought like, damn, whoa, hey, yo, that sounded crazy.
Twist. There were 2.
That was a little crazy. That's not a little crazy.
No,
but if you think about it, when we first seen her, we was like, oh, that's Harley. But wait, she with the Red Hood gang. Wait, hold on, that's different. But now we seeing like, and there's a reason for it. It's a reason for everything in this story, and I love the explanation. I said it in my review when she was saying like, yo, when she was like, I was just looking for online friends, anything to get out of this house, get out of the craziness that I'm dealing with. She found that in the Red Hood gang, and even more so in Batman. That's why she was like, I'm rock. What you on, I'm on. We got a commonality of the same enemy. You may not know just yet, but we on the same type of time. And that's really what I needed. Somebody that understands what I'm going through in some way, sense of form. You know, that until she actually explains the story, he probably didn't know what the hell her thing was. She's just around and she can make some good gadgets. But now we finally learn why she is the way she is. And for Batman to just be like, nah, you don't get it? Who don't get it? What? That was a slap in the face. So she felt disrespected. And the fact that you broke the only thing that gave her like security in this world, now you got to dip because you fucking up the little bit of peace I got left. You got to get up out of here. Or I got to get up out of here.
Yeah,
Beautiful storytelling.
And I was wondering when we were gonna see Scarecrow again, and when we did get to see him, bro got his pops tied up.
I told you, Scarecrow's the truth, brother. I was about to say James Gunn. Scott Snyder has made Scarecrow something he's never been. This brother is levels above any scare. He is so great right now. And I told this to Fleet, going back to the Harley point. I don't think a lot of people picking up what Scott Snyder just done. Harley Quinn's mom is essentially the real Harley Quinn.
Mm-hmm.
That's
she had the hat on and everything.
Yeah, she had everything. She had everything already.
That's only been done in one other book, G. And it was the White Knight. It's an Elseworlds book. Everybody with the spoilers.
I gotta read my shit.
Like, this is great. And the fact that this, I don't know if y'all saw Toy Story 5, but the fact that she called her daughter Harley for the story.
Yeah.
And then going to Toy Story 5, where Jessie, she thought her owner forgot about her, and her owner ended up naming her daughter Jessie. Bro, it's so clean. Like, clean, bro. And the fact she had been talking to her dad the whole time, let alone it brings up so many questions, right? Because we know Arkham, right? We know Arkham was a building. He broke out. He bought it, right? Now we know Harley's mom was the official first doctor of said Arkham. But it brings a question. Does Joker just have the whole underground to be Arkham? Because we remember when Batman was there, it was basically endless. They had to let him out because they didn't want him going certain places. They had to let him leave. They had to show him a passageway to get out. Arc M could be, mind you, that Arc M, that issue was way, way back in the past. Joker's been alive. Grimm's been alive for a long time. He can have the essential whole underground just be Arc M.
You remember, I remember when he first went down that manhole, wasn't like the scale of like Arkham, like it was like big as fuck. Like that's what I was like, yo, how much is they gonna like? Yeah, they definitely got to spin the block. Like that still is one of the most interesting things. Well, I mean, technically they are, because we got Poison Ivy, who was she was shown when he was walking through. Now next is gonna be Clayface. So.
Now, bro, we just got Calendar Man. We just got Calendar
Man.
The
Calendar Man was oh my god, that was so gruesome.
That was crazy. That was a crazy scene. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
That was crazy.
That's what I'm saying, bro. When they adapt this book, we're gonna be in for a treat, gang. We're going.
Go ahead.
I ain't gonna lie. Every episode,
salute it, Galactus. Salute it.
We might have to do a watch party for that, bro. I gotta see Galactus' face as we watch.
We definitely doing a watch party. He talking about he might not watch it. No, UNCaped is watching that live. But question, Galactus,
man.
Galactus, because I know we do this because we like to do this with Absolute Batman with nobody else. What do you rate this issue? Absolute Batman issue 22. What do you rate it out of 10? Just let me hear it real quick.
I didn't get to talk about the book yet.
But because I don't want to hear, we already said everything that you're going to say.
Let him talk. I want to hear him talk.
Let me get his rating first, and then he can go. Cause listen, water's wet. Water's always going to be wet. What's your rating, brother?
Yo, first of all, I feel like I'm being reprimanded. You know what I'm saying? You know how you a kid, you tell them like tell me the truth what you did.
As
tell
you
me
should.
Yep. You just sitting there like, yo, I just fucked up. Like, all right. So look.
Go ahead, talk about it and then go ahead. We'll give our ratings after that.
This issue, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead because you're right. You're right. Everything that they said is true. I'm not gonna regurgitate it because it's all true. Um, this issue to me is a 9.
Come on.
There we
Come
go. That's what I'm
on.
talking about. Yeah, he couldn't listen.
Tell
Yo,
the truth.
he couldn't even hold the straight face while he said it. He want to leave the room right now, but he can't because he's a host. Batman got him in a chokehold. Batman got him how Bane had him hung up. G. That's what I'm talking about.
Yo, what's funny
Nah,
is
what is
okay,
it?
I
The
would
Doomsday
like to
just sitting
say,
there in the Bane chair, like
I'm not, so I'm not gonna go into why I like the book, but I am gonna say this. It's funny how you be knowing, because but the issue before this, you ain't have no qualms about us getting on here about talking, but you knew going in how hot this issue was.
Yep.
So you knew that I would not be able to say shit about it,
Nothing.
which is why
It's quiet.
which is why this went down the way it did, because I can't say nothing bad about it. None of us can. I don't think anybody that's reading this book can have a negative, like anything to say bad about this one.
one question: how do you guys feel about the art change? Because
I-
you got the guy from Something Killing the Children, but he's not generally. He switched
So-
his style up just a smidge for this.
It was on purpose, and you know why I say this on purpose? Because if you look at his style, it's very rough. So I feel like it was on purpose because of the story. I think it was to align with the story of Harley Quinn. So in order to differentiate her story from everybody else's, is the change in the art style, which I absolutely love, because
Had
it
like a
not
little
only is it
dullness
rough,
to it.
it's rough, aggressive, and it also has like a nice a true comic book feel to me to it as well. So overall, I love that Werther was on this issue because it was a perfect synergy for the whole creative team for him to be a part of this specific issue for me.
Dragotta is on another event right now, which is why I think he's off for 2 issues. Dragotta's on another event, but I don't know if would you finish, Galax? My bad. I just wanted to say that. Oh, okay. When I read this, I immediately noticed like the art's different, and I said, seeing Absolute Batman, it was almost like a Dark Patterns kind of. If y'all read Dark Patterns, right?
I got it right here on the desk.
Brother, when I seen Batman different, and then the shadow effect, him with this, I was like, this is
Shadow,
clean.
yes.
So, and then the fact when they was hiding in the dark, I said, dog, this is too good.
You remember the one joint when they were all crowding over him? All you see is the white eyes.
It was so, bro.
Hey,
I hate when they do this, bro. I'll be like, you can't do this to me. And be like, oh yeah, he's on here for 1 issue.
We gotta rate it though. We got a 9. All right, what you rating it out of 10?
Nah, this is definitely a 9. I mean, I'm close. I'll say 9. Nah, this is a 9. This is a 9. Straight up, yeah.
Flea?
You already know. If it's a 9 for them, it's a 10 for me. I'm gonna always hype this book up.
And I'm at a 9.5.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna hype this book up. The same way, if I truly enjoy a book, I'm gonna hype it up to the fullest because I enjoyed it. It was a personal experience for me. And for somebody who's, just got back into comic books about a year and a half ago, this is keeping me like, I can't wait for the next issue.
You're hungry.
What else is going on in this universe?
Oh, I gotta say, no, I think I usually do out of 5. So you say out of 9, I'm gonna say 9. Okay, then if I'm doing mine, it'll be a 4.5 out of 5. So that'll be a 9.5. Yeah. Most Batman titles kind of usually hit that realm for me, mostly, honestly.
They usually hit that realm on Comic Geeks anyway. So you know what I'm saying? It's a great issue. Y'all should pick it up. Now, another issue that was pretty good to me. I know a lot of people say it wasn't better than issue 1, but I really enjoyed issue 2 of Catwoman.
This is better.
I won't say way better, but it definitely steps it up.
I really enjoyed this issue. I'm not even gonna lie. One, I enjoyed the backstory. I enjoyed the 2 new characters that they introduced to a little gang. The Calicos. I thought that was dope. I got a bunch of Calicos in my house. I like the fact that one of the Calicos was looking for an artifact.
Did I catch that bar?
Huh?
I didn't know if that was a double entendre. I got a bunch of Calicos in my house. Like, wait, sir? Sir?
Well, but you know what I'm saying? I did like that. I did like the fact that Holly was looking for an artifact called the Yarn. I thought that was a nice touch. And what the artifact was gonna do. So that was a pretty dope thing. I love how they interacted when they first met each other. They, came together. Catwoman was Catwoman. I love the way she got busy. Her suit just right under the dress. Oh, you thought this suit was gonna hold me back? Like,
Right.
she got right busy with Cassandra. And
Mm-hmm.
then I do like the fact, now I know a lot of people are speculating that's Lady Shiva at the end of the book. I'm pretty sure that is her.
It is.
But I
That's
like
Lady
that part. I'm like, oh shit, now we getting absolute Lady Shiva and Cassandra?
Don't forget, we getting the one shot. We getting the one.
We getting the one shot soon.
Mhm.
So this got me thinking, like, my God, the stakes are really high for Absolute Catwoman.
Fleet.
Yeah.
I got a question for Galactus. Did you enjoy this issue? I'm not gonna ask you to rate. Did you enjoy this?
Yes.
Oh, you know who's the co-writer on this, right?
Yeah, it says it in there.
Oh, so it says it. Oh, so when Flea says he's essentially the best
It said it.
comic
No,
writer.
wait a minute. No,
coming
that
out right
one
now.
has nothing to do with the other.
Oh,
Like,
sorry.
That's actually a question I do have for this one.
But he was on the first one too. Right? Remember we talked about.
No,
this.
I know, but Flea said he's essentially the best comic writer right now. Is
No,
that
he's not.
reaching or
It's
you
reason-
enjoy it? You
you
enjoy
asking
it?
Ari or you asking me?
I'm asking you.
You already know how I feel. That's no.
Okay. I just didn't know if you changed.
No. The reason why I say this, you're so silly. The reason why I say, okay, let me be very specific when I say this. Scott Snyder is the best superhero writer right now. A superhero. I'll say that.
I'll say that easy.
Because I will not say he's the best writer right now because he's in his own. He has a very narrow range of what he's writing about. Where I have other artists, other writers that to me that come out of that specific space of just focusing on like superheroes. So and they do it really well. Like I know he has other stories out there, but those other writers, you can say that they can write superheroes, they can write like dramas, they can write. There's so many other ways that they can go about it, which is why I say that he's not, because he has a singular focus right now. Now, that's not to say that if he does anything else, it may not be as good. I'm saying right now, I can't say he's the best writer in the game.
Can I ask you a question? Who do you feel like is the best writer? And I'm asking you only as a recommendation, so I could check out some of their work. Who do you feel like is one?
Oh man, there's three of them. There's three of them. Three of them. James Tynion is number one. He writes anything and he can do it all. You have another one.
Homie.
Scotty Young. Scotty Young is another phenomenal writer. Y'all may really notice his work because of his art, but his writing is phenomenal. Like phenomenal. So I encourage y'all to look outside of just I Hate Fairyland. Like seriously, look.
Was it Ain't No Grave? I believe it's called.
Oh my gosh, yes, like all that. You know what I'm saying? Like seriously. And then you got another one out there, which I'm just gonna. There's another one. I think I can't really say that. I think who else is doing other things in other spaces? You got. Of course, I love Jonathan Hickman, but he's not on nothing right now until they bring him back for
Denise Camp.
Denise, I don't really like his writing.
That's why I personally got as my favorite writer. But like everything he explained, like for those qualifications, I put that on Denise. He did Ultimates, Absolute Martian Manhunter, Assorted Crisis Events. Even if you go back to some of his older stuff, like what's it called, 20th Century Men. Like his social commentary, the way he's able to mix social commentary with these mediums of superheroism or whatever, the Assorted Crisis Events is literally mixing crisis level superhero events with everyday crisis level human events.
Have you read? I'm talking about James Tynion. Have you read anything else other than like Exquisite Corpses? Have you ever read?
I've been reading. Well, I've read some of his stories that was in the Batman, Batman Omnibus with with Scott Snyder. I'm reading his. I read Exquisite Corpses. I'm reading Odin. So pretty much kind of, most of the stuff going forward, I haven't the furthest I went back was the Batman stuff. That's in the omnibus, like the feature stuff. I haven't did his Detective Comics yet.
I promise you, World Tree, Wind. There's another one.
I heard about World Tree.
Some of his older work called Mimetic. I promise you, like he had a nice house by the sea. As well, like by the lake, like reach out. I promise you, like when you're talking about that social commentary, when it comes to like connecting, like real world situations as well as putting in a comic book, he does that phenomenally. Like honestly, really does. So but we getting off topic. I'm sorry, Flea, but go ahead, man.
No. I love it. I love that kind of talk because at the end of the day, it puts me on to different readers as well, because I'm starting to expand in the comic book space where outside of the two brands, and I'm looking for particular like writers or artists. Like, I'm not even gonna lie, Ari sent me some stuff because I want to like get more into Daniel Warren Johnson, right? And he has a new
Wonderful writer.
he has a new book based off of
Get ready.
sci-fi.
Get
That's
ready.
Yeah, that one's
Yeah.
gonna be huge.
Do
That's
not
gonna be
miss
huge.
that. Do
Yeah.
not miss that.
Yeah, so
Flea.
I'm super excited for that stuff.
Flea, his books don't drop in value. I'll just say that.
Yeah.
Daniel Warren Johnson's books, it's a reason. And he does his art as well. He does both.
Yep. The Moon is Following Us. One of the
Brother,
best books I've ever read.
Hold on. How do I get this out of here? Hold on.
Transformers literally made me like stay in the comic
Good,
medium. Like, I almost cried at the end of that shit, bro.
I wish they got that. I wish he comes back to that writing again. But yeah, but the Moon is Following Us. I always talk about New Moon is Following Us to everybody. And when I went to go meet him at Heroes Con, I had him sign my book, and I was like, listen, this book is probably one of the best books I have ever read, like as a comic, because it's not essentially a superhero movie. It's about trauma, specifically not just child trauma, but parental, like, you know what I'm saying, like, you know, like grown people trauma as well, because it ties in those same aspects of things that we really deal with on a daily basis, and it puts in a comic book in a way where you just can't believe. So if you never read The Moon is Following Us, I promise you
I haven't.
that,
Do they
like,
got a
please read
trade
that
out
book.
for it?
It is a trade. It is a trade
Yeah,
now.
you can
I believe.
find that one easily. Yeah.
Yeah,
Hold on. The Moon is Following Us.
The Moon is Following
Didn't
Us.
we have that when we first met and we did our TikTok awards? Wasn't that like nominated for something? Didn't we put that?
I think
like
we did.
as a
I think
nomination?
yeah.
The Moon is Following Us. The Moon.
Yeah, that one goes a little. I heard really good things about that. Daniel Warren Johnson is really just, bro. I don't know what
agree.
it is. Like, you see him versus his stories, it don't match, bro.
It
It's
don't
like,
match. It don't.
It's
Yeah.
like you don't think he's gonna be this grungy. You don't think he's gonna be this emotional driven. You just think he's probably just like a cool, calm, collected dude. Probably gonna be like a slice of life comic or something like that. Hell no. You're gonna get a literal slice of life, literally, physically and like figuratively. Like,
He's dope.
I'm
He's a
really-
dope guy, man. Super cool person too. Like he's for the people. You know what I'm saying? So
I love it that he's a wrestling fan too, like big wrestling fan.
Now,
So
before we
he's
get
always
into
gonna
a
be good in
lot
my
of
book.
indie stuff, right? Because we do got a lot of indie stuff to get to.
Yep.
I do just want to give a nod to something that might even pique my interest now. And this is what I love about comic books, right? Because there could be a comic book I have no interest in at all, that I don't even like, right? That I'm not gonna purchase. But then you get a character introduced like Lara Croft, somebody I grew up loving their video games, and you put them in the Energon universe. Now she's officially canon in the Energon universe, which I'm like mind blown in a G.I. Joe title, because now when you look at her character and the way they set up, you're like, wow, I could see her a part of this team. I could really see her with them. And now it's like, damn, do I really got it? Now it feels like I got to take a deep dive into
It's
G.I.
just a
Joe.
crossover. It's just a crossover.
It's just a crossover, so she's
I'm
not going to
pretty
be...
sure it's just the IP, because on the book it literally says, like, I forgot, G.I. Joe. Like, it's a title, like the two franchises doing a thing. Like when Silverhawks and Thundercats are together, but it's like that. It's like two franchises come together. So I don't think it's like a full on.
Because another title has her like...
Yeah. What is
book,
it like?
right?
Yeah, G.I. Joe. See how it's
that's
separate?
crazy.
It's like a two franchises just doing a crossover book.
Because
don't think
she's
it's-
in Dark Horse, right? If I'm not mistaken. Her books, right? Because she got her own comic books, her own title.
Yeah, she has a bunch. Yeah.
Yeah, I think they're Dark Horse. So Dark Horse and Image are coming together for that. That's what you're telling me?
I don't wonder if it's
I
like
think-
more
I
of a
think-
Godzilla
it
thing,
could
where
be-
it's kind of
yeah, I
like
think
the
it could
IP
be the
is
IP.
pretty open for
Yeah.
use for collabs at least.
I'm not saying that don't read it. I'm just saying when you say you got a deep dive, I don't think there's a deep dive.
No, I
that
don't
Oh,
think
so
you
she's
had.
not officially joining the G.I. Joes.
No, I think it's just a crossover, and it's so special because her being in that book has never been a thing. It's like, it's weird. So when you
Yeah.
get that, it's like, wow. But yeah. So
Like, I don't know. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong, because I don't know which came before which. But did Sergeant Slaughter, was a character Sergeant Slaughter created on G.I. Joe, then brought to WWF, or was he on WWF then brought to GI Joe as the
I'm not a G.I.
character?
Joe guy, so I don't know.
I
think
always
it was- I
always
think
heard
the
about
wrestling
that,
came
like,
before.
because I wonder if that was like, are they kind of doing the same thing where they're just taking a character that's already and just enter it in the world because it kind of just fits?
I'm almost pretty sure that they're doing that. Like, almost pretty sure Sergeant Slaughter came before the GI Joe version, the WWE, because he's
If they
been
go about
wrestling for
this
a
route,
very
man,
long time.
that's
And if
cool.
I'm not mistaken, GI Joe was created what, Galactus, in the 80s, early 80s, maybe.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I believe Sergeant Slaughter was wrestling way before that. To be
Okay,
He
yeah,
definitely
so, okay,
was,
they probably
for
just
sure.
brought him over to that. But even though that's cool though, because like, hey, this is a popular character. He fits our world. Let's bring him over.
It's fire.
Yep.
Yeah.
Which is why they did it.
Yeah,
All right,
I like that.
So
It's
now
good.
we do got to get through a little more stuff. We only got
20
one more
minutes.
segment before I'm done. But let's get into the indie stuff right now because there's a bunch of heat that dropped. Number one stuff that y'all should be reading, and these gentlemen are gonna clear it because I know Ari read all of them. I know Blue read them. I know Galactus read them. So, fellas, I'm gonna ask y'all this question: out of all the indies y'all read, give me your top 5 people should go out and get right now, starting with number 5. So I'm gonna ask y'all what's y'all number 5, and then we're gonna go up to the number 1 and see if y'all all have the same answer. You
This
know
for the
what I'm
week?
saying? All right, so Blue, we'll start with you. At number 5,
Is this for the week?
yeah, for
Yeah,
the week.
Oh, for this week.
Yeah, for this week. This week
Oh.
that just dropped.
Okay, I only read 3 indies this week.
So y'all want to do top 3?
I'm sure they got more than me, so I only have 3 that I'm absolutely insane about.
I mean, I definitely got 5, but
Yeah,
we
I'll
can do
let
3.
them go
We can do
first.
3.
All right, let's do 3. All right, at number 3, what's that number 3 for you, Blue?
World Tree.
World Tree.
I need to catch up, man. We have to do a pod about that. We
I
got to talk
told
about
you.
that.
Yes, I got World Tree at 3. Just because I read 3, it was my least favorite, but it was. I really enjoyed the issue. I've always enjoyed it, but it does feel like it's dragging a little bit. But he's moving the story along in a slow path. So I don't know if he's just trying to extend the story. But World Tree's always great. So this is nothing. It's just one of them words where you got Absolute Batman that's so good, and then you finally get an issue that's kind of like we got last week. So that's kind of how World Tree is for this week.
Fine.
but
Galactus,
it's still
number
peak.
3 for you this week.
I'm gonna put number 3, Blood and Thunder.
Oh no, I forgot about Blood and Thunder.
Yeah, Blood and Thunder, my number 3. So this one
Sorry.
right here, when we talking about social relevancy, I think me and Blue was talking about this. If y'all haven't read this already, there's a
that
lot
a
of
new book or
political
old?
aspects to this.
No,
As well as like social aspects as well. I highly recommend y'all tap into this. Like seriously, I don't really want to spoil it for you. They're at number 13, so you got some catching up to do. But I
No,
will
15.
say that everything
15.
that's relevant that's going on right now in the political climate as well as the social climate is in this book. So I highly recommend y'all tap into Blood and Thunder.
What issue is that?
Copy.
No, this is number 13. Am I seeing this
15.
right? My eyes are fucked up. 13. 15. My bad. 15.
Yeah, 15. Yeah.
I need to put my readers on. 15.
Yeah.
All right,
Sorry,
Ari,
I
what's
put that
number
at
3
3.
for you?
We going with Oni Press, my man. We speaking of, we was talking about guys who write and draw their own shit. We got Joe Palmer's Destination Kill. This is a very fun story dealing with a lot of the social climate that's going, political climate going over in London, England, and such. Just dealing with the companies versus the workers of the world being replaced by robots, AI, and such, and the war that brings about. But it's also showing how the government also uses these moments of war to bring in that cash. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's a lot of stories that these people are out there. They're speaking their anger, man. They're showing their anger through these stories, man. So it's a great time to really see, if you really want to understand what's going on outside your doors, man, and you ain't want to watch the news, pick up a book, bro. There's a lot of people speaking their anger right now, or just their piece about what's going on, and it's some really interesting outlooks, man. And the way they bring it in comics is just really dope. This is a very funny, very cool art. If you like the art from like Samurai Jack, Dexter's Laboratory, that old school Cartoon Network era style of art, you'll get that in here. and it's funny as fuck, bro. Like they had a moment where this dude is saying like, man, I'm bored. Wish I would have brought a TV. X tells one of the protagonists, dance for us, entertain us. You're like, dude started getting to it as soon as they started upping the blickies on him, yo. Yo, I tell you, bro, it's just real funny, cheeky humor mixed with good drama and political, you know what I'm saying, story beats.
Bro got a butt pad.
All right, I did read one. I ain't read a lot. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I did not read a lot of indies this week, but I am reading Just Brutal issue 4. I did get that. I'm still on that.
Behind.
So I did read that. Big shout out to them, man. I love that story. Now number 2, Blue. What was your number 2?
New
Rascal
number
Randy.
1.
And that's one of the reasons why I couldn't read a lot because my LCS, they got a bunch of Rascal Randys, but all of them was damaged. So they had to send them back, and now they got to get a bunch more.
See, that's
so
when
they
you
didn't
walk
want to
in
sell
and say,
them.
that's when you walk in and say, let me read it, because it's damaged anyway. But
That's what
I would
should've
probably
said.
put Blood and Thunder over this, but I can't because Galax already put it. This would be at my 2. This was very good, but it was also calm. But it gives you a lot of information. And I'm telling you, this series is about to be insane. Rascal Randy's a demon. Like,
Bro,
what you see in Exquisite Corpses, that's for real him. He not doing that because he just
yeah, I do this for the love of the game.
he's the demon. And we don't listen, they give you a little bit at the end of the book, but I think he got some problems. I think he like
Not too
the
much,
ghost
not too
face-
much on it.
Yeah, I think he like the ghost face kind of got some issues, but he's crazy. But I think
Yeah,
he
my man
also has some morals though, which
What up,
makes
guy?
it
Got
very
it.
interesting. So this book is heavy. Boss wrote it. I don't know Boss, but yeah, this is a good first issue to start off. The first spinoff of Exquisite Corpses. I really enjoyed it.
Tyler Boss is a pretty solid
Tyler Boss.
writer. I've seen more of his cover work, but as I've read Exquisite Corpses, you know, sometimes you just read it the way that was going. You didn't even notice if the writer switched up sometimes. But yeah, he's kind of like the curator for the Rascal and Randy story. The way he explained it was like James Tynion and Michael Walsh just created everything. No background stories though. So when it was time for them to do the story, it was kind of like, write what you think would be these guys, you know what I'm saying, character. And Tyler was like, this character just resonated with me the most. It's a little scary, but this character resonated with him the most. And to see where he's brought it to with it being the most popular character, when honestly, I thought they really wanted it to be the Fox Mask Killer. Rascal and Randy is the most popular character out of Exquisite Corpses, bar
This
none.
is some good
You know
art.
who I should have got on the pod to talk about this? All my nerd shit, because that
we talked about it. Yeah,
we gotta
get him
on.
up.
We got for
Yeah.
next issue when I finally get to read the book, I'll get him on and we'll do a deep dive.
Just
on
know he was going crazy. Just
He was
know
going
he was
crazy?
Yeah.
All right, for number 2, Galactus, what you got?
Number 2, I got Thundercats, Silverhawks.
Is it heating up finally?
So
Finally,
not even finally. What's crazy is y'all sleeping on this, man. Because the truth is that they are giving you both of those IPs and putting them together, smashing them together. The dope thing about this is we're finally getting the Silverhawks actually meeting the Thundercats. So everything is happening. And the Lost Crew finally comes back to that timeline where they were at, where the Thundercats were extinct. They came back into this, and they're all meeting up at one time. So we're getting to that point where everything is finally coming together to find out exactly what really happened with the Silverhawks between the Thundercats. So ultimately, yeah, I know y'all laughing, y'all sleeping, y'all probably didn't even read this, but it's a great read. Honestly, I'm loving this series so far. So this is a
I was
series.
only saying that because like I know there's got to be some like climactic battle that's gonna take place. That's why I said, is it heating up in the series? Because I don't read it, but I'm pretty sure. I don't know what's going on in the book, but I want to see them throw blows. Like I want to see.
They've been throwing blows. They've been throwing blows for the past two.
Let them know,
issues.
Galactus. Let them know how great the book is. Let them go tell them it's better
Is
than
it
Absolute
one of the
Batman. Tell them.
ones, or
Tell
is
them.
it like a bias? You know, this is my
No, it's
shit.
no bias included. Like honestly, it's something that like it's. I like the way it tied in the fact that these are two hero groups and they're fighting against each other. But it's why they're fighting against each other is the most interesting part. But again, I can't convince you if you're not interested.
You can
So
convince me
I'm
to tell
saying
me
that
why they fighting.
Why they fighting?
I'm curious. Why are they fighting? Like, why are they fighting? Why are they going at blows?
Third Earth, essentially Third Earth. Like there's a timeline to where Mumra kind of like did some things, but ultimately, one of them is in space, right? You have Silverhawks, so there's a space group, right? Then the Thunderians when it comes to the Thundercats. So apparently, in their timeline, the reason why the Thundercats wanted control of Thundera. They wanted to make sure that they had it safe. But unfortunately, they had to reach outside themselves, so they had to go in space. So Panthro went up to space. He ended up finding a space station, which is the Silverhawk space station. So a lot of events kind of triggered from there regarding like what happens. But really the trigger, one of them is the Lost Crew getting transported to the timeline where the Thundercats no longer existed. So they want to know why that happened. They end up finding out that there was some friction between the Silverhawks and the Thundercats. And they end up getting off. Like honestly, they really all were. But the most interesting part about this is I'm willing to see how. Huh?
They blew
the. What happened? What happened?
Blue is funny. So they smoked the Thundercats, and
He
that's
not
why
gonna
they're
say
not
it
in the
again.
future.
He not
Go
gonna
on,
say it
man.
again.
Yeah.
That's the funny part.
Yeah, they did.
Hey,
And
man.
I will say this.
But
Everybody
Apex was is a product of reason why the Thundercats no longer exist. Like that Apex is. Yeah, if y'all don't know who Apex is, Apex is Lionel in the future, and he's a fucking brute. Like honestly, he's probably one of the illest characters to me because they made him like look like a fucking fierce. Like it's his anger, everything he has, like everything he had. He lost everybody. He's literally the last Thundercat left. So from him coming back from the future, he found a way to kind of do it. But there's a lot that goes along. All I have to say is that like dive into this series. At the first, it's hard to get through because again, it's the same story, but then it veers off. So you have to like be dedicated. You have to really be dedicated to the series in order to really appreciate it.
Okay, well, Ari, what you got for number 2?
All right, number 2, we got. Where is it?
Give a brief description because we're running on time.
Yeah. We got Showdown. This is Ignition Press. This is a solid story, man. If you like movies, if you like the show Beef, where it's just like that two, you know what I'm saying, opposite genders going at it. But this has a more interesting story. Dude accidentally unalives this girl's little brother from drinking too much. And it's just like the character study of this dude who was kind of like a privileged kid. Father was the sheriff of the town, swept the little thing under the rug. But people kind of didn't really fuck with that. As you see the sign that he's kind of like lifting up from his, like, it's a real character study of insecurities with these type of people. He yelled at the girl, like, when are people gonna like love me again? And she looked at him like, bruh, you got it all twisted, bruh, the way you looking at life. Like, you're like, oh, I was supposed to have this and I was supposed to have that. But you got to understand the consequences of the things you've done and live with those consequences. It's not something you can just sweep under the rug like your pops did. You got to live with these failures and learn how to grow from them. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody's going to love you in this world. And you have to learn to be okay with that and move on with life. It's like really interesting story, man.
You reading some shit, okay?
Yo, bro, I ain't gonna lie. I thought I was gonna drop it until this issue.
Now that issue, like I didn't read number 2 yet, but number 1 was hard because you see this woman. She's just like, "Yo, I'm here to settle. You know, whatever we got in our past, I'm ready to get it on with you." And this is a chick. She was just like, "Yo,
facts.
Let's get it on. It's like I'm about to fuck you up. Like it's either you or me. Like it's either you gonna win or I'm gonna win. But either what's gonna happen is we're gonna have to just fight and just get it over with." Like she's just on some bullshit. Like, look, I'm just here to do what I have to do. So I'm gonna die. She was like, and we not fighting to just fight. We fighting for like live for life or death. Like what's gonna happen? One of us is gonna live, one of us is gonna die. That's what we're gonna be. It's crazy.
Yeah.
So Blue Jack, what's your number 1 indie title of the week?
I feel like we should all have the same number 1.
We should.
So if we're putting it up, let's just all put it up. Count us down, Fleet Boy.
All right, let's do it. Ready? 3, 2, 1.
Yes, sir. We knew it. We knew it. It's too good. It's too Galactus. I'll let you start it off, and Ari, you can finish. I don't even need to say nothing. That just gave me enough gratification right there, man. Kenny Porter. I told him. I literally talked to him. I'm like, brother, Bless you. You are in your bag. And I asked him, I
What's
said,
up?
how are you in your bag this much right now? And he's literally like, man, I'm just giving out what's in my mind and in my heart. And I'm very grateful that everybody is just enjoying what I'm writing. And I'm happy for him, man, because he's doing his thing right now. Y'all go take it away.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep it short. Real quick. The book is phenomenal. I love vampires. I love vampires. So I mean, I love the fact that they kept the historical aspects of Dracula there, and then it kind of veered off into a direction that we probably never seen before. But I kind of already did a short video on my TikTok. But y'all, overall, if you're looking for something like really, it's almost like they took the bad guy and tried to make him good. He's still bad, but overall, like he has to. The premise of the story is he has to get rid of his lineage, his line of people that he turned. But that's just a deal that he made with a demon. But overall, I highly recommend it. If y'all looking for something that has a lot of action, you're looking for something that's very gory, very dark and ominous. This is the perfect way to go.
Ari.
Nah, I'm definitely just piggybacking off of both you guys said, especially with Blue Jack, like Kenny Porter, bro. You're 2 for 2, man. Like no cap, bro. Like to possibly have some of the best books of the month. I mean, just that lets you know what type of time this dude is on right now. Like you said, his pen is just moving. But this Iron Coffin story is great. Everybody who just wants something that's just simple, it's not stressing you on the brain. Good action, good story. You know what I'm saying? Good villains. You know what I'm saying? Somebody the fact that you got a villain like Dracula to cheer for because he's going around killing, you know what I'm saying, Nazis, lets you know how terrible Nazis are. So we out here, man. The way they dropped them in there, everything was cold about it. The solicit to the story knocked it out the park. It was the reason why I bought it. They sold it on me reading through this. Great read, man. And I thought it felt kind of like a one shot until it got to the ending, and I was like, oh, we're gonna get more. Let's go.
Yeah,
this is
W's
Vampire
in the chat,
Week, yo.
man. W picks for everybody. If y'all like our indie picks of the week, man, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. But go pick out that, what is it? Operation Iron Coffin by Kenny Porter. That's our #1 pick of the week. Unfortunately, I couldn't get my books. Hey, Impulse Creations. Get right, man. Y'all owe me one, man. Y'all got me looking crazy on the pod this week.
You always look crazy.
Nah, that's them, bro. I swear to God, bro. I swear. And then today I missed FOC. Like, I didn't even know they cut off FOC on Sundays, and the last day you can order is on Saturdays.
I'm gonna just say this.
Third
Comics
Eye
Connection.
don't do that. Third Eye you can order on Monday.
Comics Connection would never do you dirty like that. That's all I'm gonna say to you. So,
hey, matter of fact, Comic Connections, we gonna plug y'all in, man. Comic Connections, get me right. You know what I'm saying? Send me a link or something. And appreciate all the work y'all do, especially all the stuff y'all do for Blue Jack, man. That's phenomenal. All right, speaking of FOC, Ari, man, we got it. We should have did it earlier, but Heroes, man, if y'all don't know, if y'all see a new face up here, a new voice, that's because we have a new voice of the Heroes member. He will be doing his own playlist on the channel called Ari Knows Comics. He'll be bringing you every Friday FOC cutoff. So he'll give you every book to order throughout the week, and then on Monday he'll let you know what books to pick up this particular week. And on Wednesday he will be doing new comic book day on the channel. So you'll be seeing Ari a lot on the channel all 3 days, giving you what you need. And then on Sunday, you already know you're gonna chop it up with your 3 unks about everything in between. Now, Ari, if you could just run through real quick before we get to our Foil King segment, give us the FOC for today.
All right, so we're gonna start from the top, man. We got Batman issue number 12. You know, following the last issue, we got the new Butler, new Jeff. I'm about to say new Jeffrey. What's her name? The new Alfred's niece. We got that coming through. We got a new arc coming through in Absolute Superman issue 22. Get Brainiac. That's going to be crazy if y'all know how Brainiac is in that story. Amazing Spider-Man 1000. Pick your cover. I'm done debating. I'm just going to get my favorite covers, man. What else we got? X-Men 35. We got Batgirl 22. I think that's starting to get towards, that's her own, but it's about to start getting towards the Bad Seed story.
Yep.
Ben 10 issue 4. They starting to cook right now. I'm getting that It cover. That It cover is
tough.
bangers.
Tough.
What else we got? Infernal Hulk issue 10. Dead Man issue number 3 from DC. I mean, especially Infernal Hawk. I believe this might be the last issue before we get to the one-offs. So this might be the last issue of this arc before we get to the next arc of the one-on-ones between Infernal Hawk and the Marvel Universe. Then we got the Infernal War going forward. We got Punisher issue 7. Let's see what else we got. Mask issue 3. We got White Sky issue 5. If anybody's still reading that, personally. What else we got? Is anybody? Oh, my girl Chachu, Miss Marvel. We got Chachu issue number 1 from Image Comics. I'm really happy that she's moving over there and doing it with Image instead of Marvel. She's really showing that she's really trying to get into this comic game the right way, for real, for real. Lost Fantasy issue number 11. We got Queen in Black, Thor number 1, one of the first tie-ins for this Queen in Black event. Can't wait to see that. Thor has been a really good story.
I need that Peach Momoko cover. God, that's so gorgeous. I need that.
It's been some good shit, man. We got Royals issue number 5. I believe this is going to be the penultimate issue before the last one. That's just been one of the best indies this year so far, for real, for real. What else we got? Witness Point issue 2. Guy Gardner from the movies. He's writing this story. So if y'all go check out issue 1. It was a really solid start to the story. We got Vampirates issue 2. If you've been hyped off this Vampire Week of stories, Vampirates was another great indie from Boom Studios. Go check that one out. We got Killer Influences issue 2 from IDW Crime. A new number 1 from called Death Vigil from Image Comics. Let's see what else we got. We got Destination Kill issue 4. That's the penultimate issue before their last issue. I think that is the last issue, actually. We got Dispatch issue 2. If you read in issue 1, that was a really good story, kind of like a Die Hard vibe. New R.L. Stine story. It's called Stuff of Nightmares, The Cat in the Coffin. You go check out the video, you see the explanation of that story. Other than that, that's the singles. We got Omega book from Mad Cave. That's another one I'm really interested for. We got, I don't know if y'all want to go through the trades and all that stuff.
Yeah, I'll go through the trades.
Yeah, okay.
No, did you got to plug it in, Flea, or what? Unplug it, replug?
I don't know what the hell happened.
Or you could back out and come back.
Yeah, hold on real quick. Jesus.
We get into
All right, y'all, just give me one moment. I really don't know what happened. I don't even know where we only got one more segment, y'all. So please just bear with me. Oh, my shit is not working. Why isn't my camera working? I don't know what's going on. Oh, I don't know what's going on my fault, y'all. Where Blue go? I guess y'all can do the foil joint and we get up out of here. I'm sorry about that. I think my camera really messed up.
Blue, I don't even know why we all fell out because you had just left unless Blue disconnected.
Oh, I don't know. Where Blue? Yeah, we'll do the foil joint and then we'll get up out of here. I'm sorry about that, chat.
Yeah, framing is off.
Yeah, I'm trying to fix it. That's embarrassing.
I got one foil this week, I think, just for this.
Oh, you did?
Just for this.
Yeah, we looking to have a. That's crazy. I don't know what happened. Why Blue got knocked out. And yo, since we over here or whatever, you know what I'm saying? I am going to apologize, but I felt it necessary to kind of elaborate on that. Hopefully your boy feelings wasn't too hurt. Flea.
Oh, Caleb?
Yeah.
I'll talk to him after.
Yeah.
I don't even know how to send what you call it. Can we send a link?
To Blue?
Yeah,
Blue?
shareable
It's the same
link.
link.
He
It's the
said he
same link.
can't join.
Yeah, I just rejoined. Yeah.
Yeah, same thing. I just hit rejoin.
Send him the link, somebody, please.
Uh,
He can't join.
It's on my phone. I can't even.
I got you.
I don't know.
Copy, sending it to
Hold
him.
on, y'all. Jesus.
Michael Jackson.
If I can send it to him.
Michael Jackson.
Yo, I swear, out of context, like clips from IG be the funniest things, bro. Like, what the hell is like? What did he say?
Michael Jackson.
Bro,
That's
the
crazy.
fact that my nieces are like obsessed with Michael Jackson now after this movie, bro, is the funniest thing because it's literally what happened to me after seeing the Jackson 5 movie when I was a kid.
Man, that movie was hitting, bro.
They was, yo, if I just had that on in the background, I'm just jamming to the soundtrack.
Listen, I can't wait for it to come on DVD. I'm super excited about it because I had a great time in the movie theater. I loved it.
Yeah, that's so going in the DVD collection. Like that
Yeah,
has
I think it might be clips, y'all. He can't even join back, and we're already 6 minutes past our 2 hour mark.
All right.
I don't want to hold people, but listen, chat.
Yeah.
We will do our Foil King segment next week. We had a packed episode today. There was a bunch of news that came out, man. There's still some stuff we didn't talk about that I had to take off because I wanted to talk a little bit about the live action Naruto movie that was announced and things like that. But it's cool. We still gonna have a packed show next week. We're gonna try to keep it within an hour and a half, 2 hours max. But we do got to be respectful of your unks time because we got a couple unks in the building. Myself, Galactus, and Blue Jack as well. You know what I'm saying? But Blue Jack, if you're in the chat, man, appreciate you for coming through. You already know what it is, gang.
Yeah.
Ari, thank you so much for being a guest this week. Like I said,
already
man,
know.
We got a guest next week, y'all.
We gotta
We got a
figure
guest
something
next
out, huh?
Yeah. I said we got a guest next week, y'all, a creator. So
Oh yeah, that's
definitely
right.
tap
Tell
in
him,
next
talk
week.
to him.
So, yo, we got George's Janty coming in, man. You know what I'm saying? If y'all don't know who he is, if y'all familiar with the Mandalorian, you know what I'm saying? That the comic book, along with Ronnie Barnes. He was actually the writer of that book, but he is the artist. So he definitely did the artwork in Mandalorian. Check it out. He will be lined up with us. He is a Eisner Award winner, so not just a nominee, but he actually won an Eisner Award. So definitely like tap in. We're gonna be talking about his journey as an artist up until this point. He actually has done work on I think Static, some other stuff. I believe I have to do more research on my books that I have of his, but definitely tap in, man. I was able to meet him at Heroes Con. He was definitely looking forward to kind of tapping in and sitting down with us and just talking about comics. And so I love talking to the artists. That's just something that I just love. I'm an artist myself, although not as good as them, but definitely, man. We're same time. So next week, Sunday at 5 p.m., he will be in our first hour. Our second hour will be us coming together as unks and doing what we normally do. But the first hour is going to be him on the interview. So definitely don't miss out on that part. Be a part of this journey with us. We're trying to lock in all these creators so that way y'all can enjoy, just speaking to them as well, or at least engaging with them. So lock in, all right?
Definitely. Heroes. As always, man, make sure you love yourself, pass that love on, and love others. And if nobody told you so, just know your boy love you. Ari, thank you so much for being our guest this week, man.
know.
Hopefully, my brother, we can get you on the pod again. Or, man, we can even do another show because Heroes, man, I'm really considering doing it Monday through Friday and then Sunday, man. Only day off I'm thinking about is Saturday, man. I'm really thinking to uplift this channel to the best of my abilities. So let me know if y'all would like to see that weekly show, a daily show, bringing y'all all the news and entertainment possible all around. But please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. We are officially 100 subscribers away from hitting a big milestone, hitting 3K on the channel. Hopefully we could do that before the summer ends. I believe we will. So please encourage your friends, encourage your people that's into comics, or if you want to get them into comics, to follow us, like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, man, it's been a pleasure. Your favorite Unc signing out, man.
All right. Hey, Flea, stay on after.